Ah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to, what was it? Fight Like a Girl? Is
Yes,
that what
that's
we're
it.
doing?
Fight like a girl indeed.
Okay.
Fight like a girl. Da-da-da-da.
So, welcome. I'm your buddy, Polohoko. And as you can see, I have a couple little buddies here with me.
Spuddies in my case.
We have a Spuddy.
Ooh, hate that.
But tough.
That's fair.
We have my buddy Tom.
Yeah, back. I think the last time me and Pola collabed on something, I think it might have been that Prey 2006 LP that we got like 3 episodes in, and like my edit. Oh God, that was back when I was still on Sony Vegas. Vegas just decided
I remember
to stop working
Prey.
on me.
I played Prey. I really liked Prey.
But
but I don't
that's when I
remember
wanna get
if
back
we did anything with Prey.
We did. It was me, you, and Max.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
We recorded like 2 episodes of it in, I want to say, like 2016, early 2017, and that was around the time that like you got the incredible work on the back end of Dung and Werewolf, and you made you that project's still fucking incredible.
Well, we still play it today.
Yeah,
we had our 5th anniversary just recently.
I know, and I feel real bad about that because we were in talks to make that like a return to streaming form, and unfortunately, just November November to December to January to like times on Snark were just like they were packed to begin with, and we're like, hey, what if we just like cut 2 days streaming a week? So we ended up just not being able to fit that in, which. Like, we made the debut of Dung and Werewolf on Snark back in like again 2026. One of the first streamed runs of it was on Snark Exchange.
Was that back on the old table, like the old brown round table?
Yeah.
I remember that specifically because I do not believe Chrissy nor Ray had any fucking idea anything Danganronpa.
What a
Danganronpa. Going along with it.
That was one we just smiled and watched because I know what Werewolf is. I know what Danganronpa is. Together, though,
it's a mystifying experience, right?
That's what we call mod view.
Well, things have changed in 5 years. Believe you me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, there's the whole thing that you're watching here,
yeah,
which
also emotions and like reality in my life.
Oh, but what are we doing here today? Why are we here?
Christy, do you want to take this one?
So I think y'all playing Kirby, but we're here. We're kicking off our 2023 for our first charity in 2023. We're raising money for Trans Lifeline with or Fight with a Girl. Fight Like a Girl is the name of it so far. We raised over $1,000, and as a result, I've bought a terrifying Street Fighter Hot Wheels, and I'm spending my $420 going to the Mr. Beast Burger at the American Dream Mall. It's a good cause with me embarrassing myself in various manners, so really excited for that one.
Well, I don't have any stretch goals to embarrass myself, any more than usual. Although I will share a funny story. So I've just kind of started doing VTubing and bringing people on to like be with me.
Right.
Because I've gotten past that point, I think, where it's awkward if you're by yourself. Because you have to stream and act like you just have to do it. You have to pretend that somebody's there, even if nobody is.
Yep.
But I brought a friend iCat on, who was a little buddy like you two are right now. And for the first hour of that stream, nobody could hear them.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh god, that's giving me like fucking 2015 streaming like nightmare vibes.
But the thing is, I was still talking to them, and it looks like I'm just doing a bit.
About to say, in that case, wouldn't it kind of be like, it's almost like you have like the stuffed bear sitting on the
That's
sitting on
exactly
the other
how
side
it,
of the room.
Yeah, that's exactly how it came off as. Like, it just came off like they were just my little imaginary friend that no one else but me could hear.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, we did eventually get them to talk though. So
I just did a super quick unmute of the stream to make sure that we could be heard. And yes,
Yeah,
everything is sounding wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this is like honestly, when you first like showed me all like the backgrounds and like the
Oh yeah,
everything you've made for this, like
Mhm.
so like for those coming in from the Snark side of things and looking into it, everything here is handmade.
Well,
Everything here is
not-
hand drawn.
The background is actually from a Disgaea game, but a lot of
Oh,
things, what you see here, whoop, whoop, is all handmade.
And that is super fucking cool.
Mhm.
Like in terms of like VTubing, like the coolest things I can say about it are, I think it is really there are two situations in which I absolutely like unironically fucking love VTubing, and that's like, I think it's really cool that people who are trans and not as comfortable being on camera for obvious reasons want to like have a figure that matches who they are, and like the voice helps them with the voice that they want to get, like our good friend Obsidia, who like has a fucking really killer VTuber model. I think that is cool as shit. I think that's really that's my favorite application of the medium right there. I also really, really love people who do like non-traditional humanoid. Like one of my other favorite VTubers is a good friend of me and Christy, who loves coheed and Cambria and drugs. I will not say their actual name, but their VTuber avatar is a Muppet.
Oh, like a puppet.
Yeah, so they have like an Avenue Q style like Muppet VTuber avatar, and I unironically fucking, to me, I'm like, if I ever did something like VTubing, I'd want to do something like that, just like an Avenue Q style like something like that. I love the gimmick. Even with your that's why I absolutely love like your avatar, and like I love the theming when you were like, oh well, I'll draw you guys as like vegetables in the garden. I'm like, that is a really cool thing. That's how you do theming.
Yeah. And I did design this particular model. You can give them either masculine or feminine features, or a mix of ones that you want to get it looking just right. You can do things with the hair. I could be short hair if I wanted to.
Oh.
And you could change the body type and stuff if you wanted to. But I like this one.
I love the hand. The coolest thing about this is like when you do the duck in, the hands also like go in. That is a cool touch.
But I'm done tooting my horn. My the idea is that this is just something I did on a whim to see if I could do it. So if you've got something that you want to do, I know it's like a cliche, but just like do it. Work feverishly on it. It might be hard. There's definitely a learning curve, but just like work on it feverishly, obsessively, if you want.
Yeah. I've spent it's like the kind of thing where like I kind of thought about it, but also at the same time I spent a lot of time both improving my camera, improving my background, improving my lighting. It's funny kind of going back and looking at streams from fucking 2016, 2017, because like when me and Polo did all of our streaming, we had no face cam, I think, in any of our thing. It's kind of weird how like the times have changed. Because basically at the point that we were like making content TM,
content creators from the Content Factory,
content creators in the fucking hitbox,
and Skype,
and Skype. Oh my god, I
Oh.
forgot. We had to like get fucking calls on, get the screen share. I had to literally write the guide on voice meter because there was no other way to get sound into a Skype call.
It was dinosaur times. What would last
Yeah.
longer in dinosaur times?
But if you streamed with the face cam on, if you did anything YouTube related with the face cam on, you were gonna get the like, because at the time there were like a fucking trillion people who like wanted to be the next PewDiePie, wanted to be the next Markiplier, but they didn't realize shit about like, these people are recording in an actual fucking studio with like lights behind it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you'd have people who would like use the shitty camera on their 2014 smartphones, and it would just look like
Right.
dead.
And then you saw how it came out, like, whoa.
It just looked like you'd basically have your dark side fills who are just like push the button and throw everything at the wall.
Well, I
and
mean,
see
back
what
then,
sticks.
everything was split into 15 minutes, too.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot that he had the automatic splitter.
We are
would take, like,
old-timers.
That would take the 2.5 hour long stream and cut it exactly at the 15-minute mark. So he would be in the middle of a sentence, in the middle of explaining something about a game, and
Yeah.
I feel this whole thing
To
in my
be
phone
continued
right
in
now.
part 2.
then you click on the next video, and he'd be like, Mexicans. Whoa, what was that about?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, this game is bugged. Commentary is bugged. Where's my Machinima sponsorship going?
Machinima, holy shit. Welcome to Machinima.
Oh my god, I remember like we used to do like everything on Hitbox because Twitch in 2013 sucked.
Well, they were resting on their laurels because they were the only game in town.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Hitbox came along and it was like, oh shit, we may have to actually do something.
Hitbox, like at the time we were using Hitbox, Twitch didn't have like some of the most common things that we like take for granted nowadays, like the hosting / rating system, which was really that was the thing that like made me turn back over.
It's very community driven now, I see.
Completely different from how it used to be. It used to
Yeah.
be if you weren't partnered, fuck you.
Yeah. But that's enough reminiscing on the past. We've got a whole
I love reminiscing. Though.
I know we should do this.
I'll
Yeah.
reminisce while you play.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do both. But what are we playing? Okay, let's first
tell
off,
us about.
Yeah, so let me get you just over where you need to be. Hang on here.
The on-the-fly adjustments. I hate having to do them so much, but we absolutely have to do it because we end up having streams with like 5-6 people in D&D, and I don't think we've had a single stream where all 6 people have been on a screen on cam at the start.
Absolutely not.
Right, but here you are. You're all here with me.
Yeah.
Here we are, Juggernaut.
And
Again,
yeah,
I love this overlay. I love this.
I just whipped this together yesterday because
Yeah, that's
my
awesome.
other overlay was it was very bare bones. It was just purple frames. But this, I like this.
I love the like little touches of again the screen basically coming down on vines like it's a projector screen.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not thematic if it's just floating in space, right?
Right.
Exactly.
But what are we playing? We are playing well, first of all, we're playing Kirby Star Allies, and we're playing Guest Star Allies Go. Now, Kirby Star Allies, there's a lot of problems with it. The game is very easy.
It's a Kirby game.
It's easy even by Kirby game standards.
Oh, okay, that's bad.
And the reason for that is because it is built around a gimmick wherein you have 3 computer allies with you basically all the time, and they're required in some instances to get past puzzles. So if you want to play just like a standard game with yourself, you'll be kind of hamstrung into these sections where you have to have 3 computer allies to do like a friend train or a friend circle or a friend group or something.
Now I remember that one of Kirby's friends is an actual ham. So when you're saying that is hamstrung is like one of them actually like
Which one of his friends? Well, actually, who are Kirby's friends?
Holy shit, that's a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kirby has a lot of friends. He's a likable guy.
Right. Friend-shaped and Jesus.
Yeah, so you have all of the computer enemies.
Right.
You could do like a helper to hero thing. This is a new one, the psychic power.
I
That's
love
scam.
I love the plug that is just a literal
Oh
plug.
yeah, it's just so what do we got? What do we got here? We got Blade Knight. We got
Okay.
other Blade Knight.
Okay, yeah, some of these are kind of phony.
Poppy Brothers Jr.
We've got Poppy Brothers Jr. Rocky. He's a rock.
Okay.
We got Wester. I would have named him Wesley. But he's a little Wild West whipper.
Wait a minute. That's also what's his face. Meta Knight.
We got
Cowboy.
Bonker. Looks like a big old monkey.
That's my God.
Biospark. Never understood that one. He's a ninja. I don't.
That's Meta Knight for Naruto.
There are a lot of these are Meta Knight in a costume.
Gim, which is short for gimmick. I like him. He's got yo-yo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He's like a little machine.
If I remember correctly, he was always the one that was like a little bit of a Ness.
A little bit,
Earthbound Ness,
yes, a little
proxy.
bit. Mm-hmm. We have Jammer Jab. I don't like
I
Jammer
love
Jab.
that name.
I don't like him. He looks a little weird to me. Burning Leo, on the other hand, I love. You'd think that I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you think we.
I
wouldn't
love
mix,
Burning
but,
Leo.
I really like him because he's modeled after kabuki actors.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, that's a nice little.
Chili, I like Chili. Waddle Doo, classic. He's even got a hat this time. It's the same old Waddle Doo.
He just has, but he's got a new hat.
He still espouses all the. Okay, and
All
then
the evils of capitalism.
right, and then Plug, who's a plug.
Okay.
Dribbly, who's a water dragon.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nesp, or Nes ESP, which I think is even a bigger call out.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. That looks so. We all know that like every Kirby game ends with Kirby basically fighting some Eldritch Abomination.
Yeah.
That looks like the Pokemon that the Eldritch Abomination evolved from.
Like the Prevo.
Yeah.
Right. Bird on. He's okay. Yeah,
Fernando.
he's the one
Dun,
that's,
dun, dun, dun,
he's the one in all the YouTube videos saying stuff like glass, paper, metal.
At least he's saying that on YouTube and not something else.
Yeah. But no, like parrot YouTube is apparently really big these days. Just like if you have a pet parrot and you love it and it talks for you, then just like record it, you'll be good to go.
I was not.
We
expecting
have got to let
words.
one of our mutuals is a person named Bird Porton, and we have to let them know about that.
Yeah. Well, Max actually has a bird now.
Oh,
Yeah. It farts. It makes farting
he
noises.
would.
He would, yeah.
That's.
We got Broom Hatter. I like him. Knuckle Joe, like him.
Oh,
Bugsy.
Bugsy, classic with
classic
the drop.
Bugsy.
What's the bug idea?
Beatley. I think he's also grab. We got Como. A little spider dude. And then
I love that little
Waddle
spider
Waddle
dude.
D with a parasol.
Always gotta love that one.
Oh yeah, Vividra.
Oh.
Vividria. Very fancy name. She's got the paint ability. And then
Ah,
course.
yeah.
Chef Kawasaki.
Oh my God.
With the flavor attack.
That's the orange grimace, okay? That's the grimace.
Would
I
you
know
like
the
some curry, Kirby?
Fucking love Chef Kawasaki.
All the copies say that my cooking's bad, but they still come to my restaurant.
That's the grimace. You can't trick me. You're not gonna scam me. I know you, grimace.
Okay, then we got
And who's-
D&D.
Who?
Oh, you don't know? Yeah, he's not very popular in this series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like a reference to a different game? Is he in like Shovel Knight or something?
Yeah, I think he was in the first Kirby game and then like nothing
Okay.
else.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
No idea who that is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, from Smash.
Yeah, from Smash Brothers. We got the boy.
Ah, hell yeah. The Legend of D.
Yeah.
There's my rat buddy.
Yeah, we got Rat Boy Genius, the Three-Eyed Fish, and Duolingo.
Oh, I love Kirby's Dream Land 3, and these are all the wonderful trio from that. Actually,
Mhm.
there might be from Dreamland 2.
That was Dreamland 2, Super Nintendo. We
yeah,
got
that was.
Marks, the guy who ruined everything because he was hungry.
Yep, one of the Eldritch Abominations.
Yeah, because he was hungry. We got
It'd be like,
Gooey.
Yes, I love Gooey.
Oh
Gooey.
gosh.
Who, me?
No, wait a minute. Gooey is just slime from Dragon
Yeah,
Quest.
that's just a Dragon Quest slime.
You know what?
It's
It's
literally the
easy
same
to
thing.
make that mistake, but he is actually a friendly chunk of dark matter.
Oh, okay.
That's not worse.
I like to think that he had like the one eye that dark matter does, and he would just like saw that Kirby had two, and he just like, okay, I can do that.
That's like going up to a kid and saying, "Oh, don't be afraid of the clown, Jimmy. The clown is made of plutonium."
It's friendly plutonium. You like Pluto, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm gonna skip over you for a second. Dark Meta Knight.
Wait, what?
Oh my.
Meta Knight, but more so.
Oh,
They
they just
really-
put Shadow the Hedgehog
Yeah.
in this.
They really
I love
spent,
it.
like,
Right,
5
and
minutes on
then
these
they've got
characters
Golden
and did much.
Nightmare Withered Meta Knight.
Okay.
We have Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I love this. I love this red mage little mouse right here.
That's Puss in Boots from the hit movie Puss in Boots.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Who is your favorite? Okay. And then Magalore. I'm playing with him right now. In Kirby. Kirby
Well,
the new
that
one.
Yeah, but say he just got DLC for something, correct?
I don't know if it's DLC, but in the remake he has his own little thing. But also he has like in another time, another place, he just built an amusement park.
Aw.
Yeah. And then we've got Taranza. I don't know much about Taranza. He was on one of the
So-
3DS games.
I'm assuming that's probably the one with like the robot.
No, the one with the robot is Susie.
Okay, that's definitely the one with the robot.
Yeah. This is fucking Kirby and the bashful, I don't know.
So they literally have both I'm assuming now a jumping spider and a tarantula.
Yeah, this is a tarantula definitely.
Okay.
But
That's a jumping spider. I'm pretty.
Oh,
sure.
he's got, yeah, by the little hat you can tell, right?
Yeah, I also own 2 of them.
Yeah, you're a
Sure do.
spider person, right?
You sure are.
I've become. It's funny because like I was very arachnophobic, and it's been kind of like but I was arachnophobic, but I was okay with like. To me,
You
like
could be
to me,
in the
like,
same room as a spider, right?
Yeah, and like for a while, no, I took a little bit of exposure therapy and stuff like that to kind of like, and by exposure therapy, I mean I did it myself. Don't do what I did if you actually have like, you should see professionals.
Yeah.
It took, I am not the norm. Norm was on Street Fighter.
Very good.
But yeah, so for like kind of the final thing was like, can I, have a spider basically walk on me without like me flipping out? And I was always the kid, like, I always used to like confuse people at like parties when I was younger because people knew that I hated spiders, but if someone had like the tarantula guy at their birthday, I was fine with it. And they're like, why are you not like running?
You just
and
mentioned the
crapping your
tarantula
pants?
guy, like.
Yeah. Oh no.
Well, yeah. Do we want a clown or like somebody who can make animals or like a singer or like guitar player? No, we want a tarantula guy.
And I was always fine. Like I could have a tarantula walk on my hand, and it never freaked me out. Because me, I'm like, they feel that like I thought of them more like dogs than like an actual like insect. I don't know. Like, so jumping spiders are basically that, but like in a smaller, like more compact form. And
Yeah,
they
more
also
marketable.
they look
Oh,
cute.
yeah. Better PR.
More marketable. But we're going to the star of the show, Kirby's only
Yeah.
human friend, a little girl named Adeleine, and she's an artist, and she is a package deal with Ribbon, one of the fairies from Fairy World, probably.
Again,
Some
a lot
Kirby
of these
64
names.
rep.
Yep, this is the Kirby 64 rep.
Yeah, super cartoony spiders like that don't trigger it. Like it didn't do it for me either. Like there has to be some like actual like school of like principle and stuff. That's a lot of spikes for a Kirby game.
Well, they
right
wanted
off the bat.
they wanted to make sure that you knew that you could fly and also that you could shoot.
And
Okay.
die, apparently, if you didn't know that.
because like when like Kirby games can get like despite the jokes we make about them being like super easy, Kirby games can get pretty tough near the end. But generally, the first level is like Kirby's Pudding Land. Oh boy, Kirby picked up that pudding, and this is like,
Okay,
you're all here for I want to be the guy, right?
Yeah. Here is where... What the fuck, Leo? Asshole.
Good start.
But yeah, here is where you make your friends, and they, like, follow you, and then you use them for puzzles and shit. But, I realize that it's okay to rely on your friends, but sometimes you have to do things by yourself.
Did they literally give you an unfriend button?
Yeah, I unfriended them on Facebook.
Oh, I kind of love that. Yeah, this is, I never played this one because this was around the time that like, in like the period of like 2018, a whole bunch of Kirby games came. Oh my god. Oh, is that the little Dreamland 3 sprite, Kirby? Just...
that is not Kirby, that is Batamon.
Ah.
Pardon?
Kirby's non-union Mexican counterpart.
Great value Kirby.
Still friend-shaped. Apparently indestructible. Does not give a fuck.
That is the bootleg Jigglypuff you buy at the bodega that's missing the puff so they can't sue.
Oh, and you could just summon bosses? Holy shit.
Yeah, so the whole idea behind Adeleine is that she's an artist, and she's her paintings literally just spring to life.
Like they do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And let's see.
That's right, she does summon Greco in her boss fight.
So Adeleine's lore gets a little bit confusing. Because
I was gonna say, wasn't she in one of the SNES games, like before being like a like as a boss or
so
something?
There are actually two people. There's Adeleine, which is what we have now, and there's another person called Ado. So this is Painter. This is Adeleine's painter. This is Ado's painter.
Oh.
And these are all bosses from Kirby's Dream Land 2.
Okay, that's the only one I don't think I played.
Right, so you've got Krakow, you've got the Ice Dragon, and you've got Mr. like Ninja something. I don't know what his name is. But yeah, Krakow is the best one. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of places where you can't be on a boss. Like, for example, you've got to do a little puzzle here. Like, this is the right place to go.
I think it's so angry.
Oh yeah, that's that little octopus thing. That's actually from the Kirby cartoon.
Right back at you, I believe, was the Fox Kids version.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this is a charity stream, and the donation link is in my bio.
I will also pop it in chat periodically, but we are raising money for the Trans Lifeline.
Yes.
We are currently. Let me make sure I actually put the right goddamn link in. You can download. You can go to bit.ly/nysxfight. That'll take you to our charity event, Fight Like a Girl, where we are raising money for the Trans Lifeline. We ran some Street Fighter yesterday. We're doing some Kirby. And by the way, like, fucking major props to Poloko, who like basically messaged me as soon as like we made the announcement that we were doing this week, because Trans Day of Visibility. No, we're about that Trans Week of Visibility.
Yeah. Go big or go home is my my plan.
So like when Christine made the announcement, Pola basically messaged me as like, hey, is there anything I can do to help y'all out? And I'm like, we have stuff planned for Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I'm like, we ran through like a couple of ideas. I'm like, we could try doing maybe like a puzzle fighter or Puyo Tetris. And then like, when Pola basically pitched this, I'm like, yeah, you know what? We can actually just kind of get you the alerts for the donation alerts and pop on, and like I said before, I was hyper. I've been oh god, voice crack. Ugh.
Hyper realistic.
Puberty.
I'm fucking I'm 35 years old. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Burger World.
Welcome to the New York Snark Exchange.
It's happening again.
Mr. Williker, they can't hear me in chat.
But yeah, like I've been looking to like basically do as soon as polls like I'm interested in getting back in streaming. I'm like I've been wanting to like do something else. Like it got a weird feeling from like we streamed together like literally twice a week every week from like 2014, 15 to like 17. And it's like it's interesting because like in that time we both got really good at our respective hobbies. Pulla basically was able to devote a lot of time into Danganronpa, and Snark really like took off at the time. I think Snark was literally like a once a week stream at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of put a bunch of compliments on me, but you have kept at this consistently.
I not only kept at this, I got a fucking actual job. I got an actual like people job out of this.
Not for your dumb stream job. It's a people job.
Which is saying something because like I spent 4 grueling years getting a goddamn bachelor's in electrical engineering, and the shit posting that I did after getting laid off my first job is what actually got me a career advancement.
It do be like that.
Well, I mean, you see those. I don't want to keep saying like posts online, but you see stuff online where it's like, don't draw fan art. People don't want to see your fan art. They want to see your original. It's like, bullshit. Draw your fan art.
Nothing's original. Draw what the fuck you want.
But yeah, I mean, in a somewhat related story, I shitposted my way into video game development. So you guys know Dropsy, right?
Yes.
Dropsy, Jay's Owen. Jay is making a game that is based on, well, not Dropsy, but Hypnospace Outlaw.
Ooh, I love that game.
Yeah, so do you know the character Zane?
Yeah, oh, hell yes.
So Zane is making his own game, which is...
Oh, yeah, I've actually seen the post on that.
Yeah, I mean, and I like the way Jay does this. Jay basically just shit... The game seems like a huge shit post, because, like, he doesn't, like, advertise it as anybody other than Zane, who is, like, this 32-year-old manager of a dollar saver who talks like he's, like, still a teenager. And it's just hilarious.
He talks like you would think Guy Fieri would talk when you first see Guy Fieri.
Yeah, like he's very...
Flavor Town.
He's very, oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Alfresco.
Alfresco.
I'm a little hungry. I'm gonna have a donut.
Nice good old jelly donut.
But no, he has a Discord where he just kind of talks to people and talks about game development of like. So the full title of it is Slayers. Oh, I should know this.
I can.
Slayers X Terminal Aftermath Revenge of the X Slayer.
Oh, that's so many words.
That's so. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah. So I kind of just shit posted in his Discord for a little bit, and you know. Some of the stuff that I did wound up being in the game, or is going to be in the game when it comes out soon.
Shit. Honestly, like, my entire mantra about everything in life is, like, be fucking genuine. And
you know what? Absolutely. Just be Cringe does not exist. It's dead.
We here at the New York Snark Exchange, we eat our fucking cringe.
Yeah.
I'm still wearing my pink fucking razor.
Still wearing the goddamn cat ears, aren't you?
No, cat ears are off. I have a new tomorrow.
Okay.
I mean, look at us. I'm a flower, you're a potato, and you're a carrot. Like, this is just what life is.
Tom, I turned myself into a carrot, Tom.
Oh, no.
It's actually not funny at all. It hurts.
Being a carrot sucks. Well, hold on, I gotta commit some assaults. Hold on, Marty.
Oh no, I'd rather be.
I gotta get canceled. Hold on a second. Is that a 13-year-old?
Jesus, that whole thing.
That whole thing.
I mean,
I love that he's like, I'm vindicated. No, you fucking aren't. Charges dismissed are not vindication. Ask OJ.
yeah, good
Yeah.
enough.
Also, like, my guy, you got 0 your job with that.
Well, also no kind of acknowledgement of the weird texts and the other shit.
No.
Also, every person that you worked with over the past decade
Just
came out
all
to
came out of the woodwork to nail you to the fucking cross, my
Yeah.
dude.
race to say not a single person said, "Oh, I'm partying with him because he's a domestic abuser." They were all like, "He's a fucking asshole."
Yeah. And everyone's
Like,
like,
the
well,
entire-
what's going to happen to Rick and Morty now that he's not writing it? Dude, his contributions were fucking
Yeah, right.
characters like Mr. Floople Dupe, Mr. Butthole. Like, I'm pretty sure it'll be fine.
Don't talk ill about Mr. Booby Butthole, okay?
Even then, he literally all he did was voice. And where are we gonna find someone with the fucking Rick and Morty
Oh,
impression?
God, I really don't know, Tom. I really
2023?
don't know.
It'd be really funny if, in a turnabout, they just get an AI to do Rick and Morty's voice.
Now, see that? Nah.
That'd be ironic. So
I
how
am
much
AI
bullshit and,
AI bullshit. I cannot get behind that, no matter
Oh,
who.
no, I mean, counterpoint, those kind of videos are hilarious. But I get
Yeah,
this.
AI art. No, AI Joe Biden talking about the hashish that stopped his pacemaker and killed Tupac. I'm all about that.
So I'm of two minds of this. We have seen shit posts that have genuinely changed the future for the good, like when fucking Elon Musk made it so anybody could get a blue check, and then like somebody decided to shitpost as like a diabetes supply company. It's like, oh yeah, insulin's free now, and oh boy,
Tank that stock.
Tank the
Tanked
fucking
that
stock, and now we have a cap on the cost of insulin because of a shitpost that cost $8.
Right.
So, yeah, it could be used for good. It can also be used for bad too.
Sure.
Oh, he's powering up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's buffing. He's buffing. Fuck.
What the hell?
I'm GNC as hell in here, Kirby.
Looks like we show.
Someone is into that.
Oh, I'm not good with that. You can't pay me to do that.
Yeah. God, it's a weird age we're living in.
Well,
where-
seeing somebody say it should be free, and then them having to say, no, it's not free, had a bunch of people saying, well, why not?
Right. Also, I'm pretty sure the rest of the Western world has like healthcare, which would make that free. Not here because we suck.
Yep.
Oh, there's a lot of things that everyone else does that we don't do. Like, we just don't. The whole metric system, we're just...
Yeah.
The metric system, we crossed our arms and just said no on that.
That one I'm not so upset about, I'll be honest.
There's the whole Fahrenheit Celsius thing.
Yeah, well, whatever. That math I don't give a shit about. It's like, the housing and the healthcare, the gun control. Those are the shits
And
that
listen, math is important too.
Mm-hmm. My job is 45 watermelons far from my place, and that's how I like it. Dang that.
I can get behind that unit of measurement specifically.
If we
Yeah,
had
I
a
like the whole
watermelon-based
watermelon.
math system, maybe I'd be better at math. But until then,
We should move over to a watermelon-based currency.
I'm saying.
Goddamn.
3 melons for a nickel, I say.
I keep seeing the people making posts about like grilled watermelon though, and it's no.
Nah,
Don't.
that's double talk. You devil.
Yeah, don't trust anyone that says that.
If you want to grill a steak, grill a steak. If you want to grill something that's not a steak, grill a mushroom. Don't.
Yeah. I'm gonna need someone better at cooking to grill me a watermelon first to like get that over. I was like, watermelon's fine.
I have had it. I have tried like the barbecue grilled watermelon. It just tastes like a steak that sucks.
Oh man, like I feel like that's mushrooms. Like a portobello mushroom.
Yeah, I like portobello mushrooms cooked
like,
in steak
they're
seasoning.
good, but like that's the whole thing. Like, why am I gonna grill a watermelon when like a portobello mushroom is the most easy version of that?
Oh yeah, okay.
You have made
That-
a powerful
we're-
enemy today.
We're in agreement with that.
Yeah, watermelon's fine, but I'm not gonna grill it.
Yeah, watermelon. Okay, so if you want to if you want to spice up watermelon,
a weird task.
Yeah. Right. What's wrong with
there's tagine. Hold on.
I can honestly say I never wanted to spice up water.
Yeah, I have never said that sentence to myself.
So tagine is a chile lime seasoning. That is phenomenal on both mango and watermelon. If you like, it basically adds a bit of the zestiness of lime and like a little bit of heat, like just enough heat.
You've gotten really into cooking over the years too, haven't you?
I have.
Do you remember, and I still feel kind of bad about this, do you remember when you made that one dish and posted it, and I don't know what it was, but I told you it looked disgusting?
Yeah, because it was homemade pork and beans, which I've done a lot of cooking. I've done a lot of look into like presentation. There is no way to make pork and beans look good.
Appealing.
It is just it's literally baked beans and sautéed ground pork. There's no way to make that. You have to be like you have to basically completely rethink the form factor. But oh yeah, we're talking about the Best Spice tagine. Buddy Batchel knows what's up. And it's actually funny that you mentioned that, because that is burned in my mind, because that was a moment where, like, when a person gets criticism, they can really go one of two ways about it.
Oh,
they
yeah,
go,
yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking
about. You can
about.
fucking quit and leave the internet.
Yeah. You
Don't
can.
take a good time.
You can go, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Instead, I took that and I'm like, looking back on it, not like I was proud of it because it tasted great. But I looked at it and I'm like, no, this actually doesn't. If I got served this does not look appetizing, or I could do better. And that was actually one of the things that encouraged me to, because it's not like it takes a whole lot of time to look up proper plating techniques for like, small dishes and stuff you can cook at home. And it is true. We eat with our eyes.
It's part of the experience. So, like, the sensation of taste is actually a mixture of smell and the taste buds. That's like, that combined makes a flavor. And then there's also a visual component, because your eyes are there to tell you what looks good to eat. And I know that sounds weird, but it's like, if you see something that's like green or furry, your body says, well, no, that's probably rotten. You don't want to eat that.
Mm-hmm.
I try to avoid eating anything furry.
It's why, like, stuff like oysters, which are delicious, can be an extremely acquired taste.
Yeah, they look like snot.
Because they're delicious. I could eat.
Speaking of,
hey, Chef Kawasaki, I love oysters. I love raw bar, but I completely understand if, like, someone looks at that and goes, never in a million years. But yeah, no, that was like one of the things that like kind of encouraged me to like take up, like, I use some of the better things Reddit is useful for, and there are communities on Reddit that are literally just for like, how to play, because a lot of people think that like in order to cook something like gourmet, you have to have like, the best ingredients, the best whatever.
So how would you plate a squid, a fish, and a Bronto bird?
Squid fish is always, you always want to have that contrast of, if it's something like a white fish, you want to have like a brown sauce, or if you're going for something like if you want to go Spanish style, octopus or squid in like a nice tomato broth is always really good looking.
Oh, the friend bridge.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're building bridges.
How's that stranding of you?
Yeah, I completely agree with Chef. A lot of like Filipino, a lot of even stuff like thinking to like some of my like Hispanic friends, stuff like mofongo. Now I'm thinking of that fucking SNL bit. Mofongo, casete beef steak.
Bazinga.
Not quite. Not quite.
All of those like look bad, but taste fucking like. You can stir fry anything. You can mix.
Oh yeah, stir fry is the
protein.
easiest thing you could do. You just get some meat, some veggies. You just put it in a pan. You stir it up. It's easy.
Yeah, they don't have to. In a case like that, the stir fry itself isn't gonna look good unless you're kind of smart about vegetable choices. And in my case, a lot of stuff that I've done for like meal prep has been, looks are nice, but a lot of the nice looking vegetables reheat terribly. It's actually been one of the most fun things has been kind of learning a little bit about meal prep in terms of in certain cases vegetable and protein choices actually matter a lot. So stuff like putting anything with like shredded lettuce in it is a death sentence. Lettuce reheats horribly.
Oh yeah.
It wilts. It's fucking
yeah.
But if you substitute that for cabbage reheats beautifully.
So here's something that I don't understand, and I don't know if I'll ever understand. The concept of kimchi, which, to my understanding, is just rotten cabbage that has been buried in the ground and then dug back up.
Correct.
Fermented. Think of it more like what pickles are to cucumbers. Kimchi is to cabbage.
So it's not just like left to rot. What is it pickled in?
So generally a combination of a lot of things like vinegar. So it's chef, if you're in chat, you can correct me if I make mistakes, because I actually have not tried making my my own homemade kimchi, but I know you basically make like a intense spice paste, vinegar, and what you want to do is like vacuum seal it. So it'll pickle but not spoil.
Right.
It'll ferment but not.
So is there anything that you eat that is literally spoiled?
The only thing I'm aware of that I have eaten that has to be spoiled in order to eat is Icelandic rotten shark fin.
And that's because of what is it? Some sort of chemical in it, right? Because sharks are basically like full of urine, right?
Yeah. That was entirely because of Joe, because their family is Icelandic, and I have had it entirely because of them. It is a shark. It's a delicacy in Iceland. It is a shark that if you eat it if you kill it from, try and cook it.
It's basically toxic upon.
It is
it's
completely
not edible.
Yeah, it's poison. But if you let the ammonia drain from it.
Right, so that reminds me of lutefisk.
Yeah, it's similar in nature to lutefisk. Rotting shark fin smells like death. It basically smells like ammonia. It smells like a fucking bathroom. But if you eat it, it tastes like cod. It tastes like fish sticks. It doesn't really like
Kawasaki.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So chef's correcting a couple of things there. So the cabbage is natural fermentation. So it's not rotten per se. It's just naturally fermented. It's also an important thing with kimchi is the kind of cabbage that you use.
Right.
Because stuff like Napa cabbage, which is traditionally used in kimchi, is a lot fucking sturdier than like your traditional like Irish cabbage. I think it has more water. I think it Napa cabbage is fucking delicious. But yeah, Greenland shark isn't even rotten. It's also fermented. It gets the name rotting shark fin, but it's actually another form of fermentation. Fermenting foods it's one of those things where like I like it. I think it can do some really cool stuff. I'm always kind of wary about people doing it. If you're going to do stuff like it at home, read a guide. Read a guide.
What do you mean? What do you mean I can't just put a whole frozen turkey into a deep fryer?
Yeah, right, no, you gotta ferment it first, then put it in the deep fryer.
Okay.
It's a process. Get that pickled-
because like
pickled
the
turkey.
problem is that oh sorry, go ahead, Christy.
Oh, that was fun to make a pickled turkey joke. That's all I got.
So stuff like I I I love Bon Appetit as much as the next person until the entire underpaying racism scandal. But there are way too many people who would basically watch stuff of like It's Alive with Brad and think, oh, I can ferment stuff, and it's like if you fuck up like trying to ferment garlic, botulism.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like, I completely forgot that is a thing. But yeah, botulism, and that's nasty. Like,
Yeah, you don't
that
want
can
that.
fucking kill you, can it?
Yeah, oh, it can absolutely kill you. That's why it's like, it's possible to do it at home, but like, that is the kind of shit that you should like take your time, read a guide, know what you're getting into, know the time investment, because in a lot of cases, a lot of things are going to take a lot of time, and you cannot rush it. It's not
So
like
I
making
can just watch a YouTube video, and if it doesn't have any dislikes, then it's clearly a
Yes,
good video.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Yes. You're crushing it. You got it.
God, like, I if people are really interested in starting with like home fermentation of stuff, try a sourdough loaf.
Now, is it okay to eat something that is made of paint?
I've heard mixed things. I'll be honest.
Especially if you mix the paint properly. I mean, I'm still one of the people who like every time I see like a lot of food coloring in something, I'm cautious as fuck about it.
Uh-huh.
I don't trust that shit. It's just eating a color.
You paint though.
And
Yeah.
I know it's just a dye, but if something looks like Kool-Aid and doesn't taste like Kool-Aid, I don't fucking trust it. Hey, there's our meta.
Is this standard or dark meta or?
Oh, this is
Okay.
standard meta.
Like you go
Yeah,
out to
this is the meta.
Walmart. God. There's something that you say the word "this is the meta." This like makes a part of my brain just like die.
I watched a fucking 2 hour long foldable human video yesterday on Decentraland in the Metaverse. That was a fucking read. Fucking watch.
Was that as bad as the multiverses, which is going offline for a year? I'm sure it's gonna come back.
No, it's okay. It's an open beta. It was an open
Yeah.
beta for years.
Why would they lie about that?
So, like, at the very least, yeah, it's coming back, and for people who spent money on it, like, yeah, you'll have all of that back when you actually, like, when the game comes out proper. But I will say the part that kind of sucks is, like, they kind of fucked over King of Fighters. I know the Game Awards is, like, who gives a shit? But, like,
That was the fighting game of the year, wasn't it?
it won Fighting Game of the Year when I read. There are a lot of other better options for that.
I feel
And
like that is the SNK like story in a nutshell. Just like, okay, here's this platform fighter that's not gonna last a year, and here's our trying to do KOF, and who wins? Platform fighter. Let's go.
yep.
So here's my story with multiverses. I actually spent a little bit of time with it, and I enjoyed it
Same.
for the most part. Then I just kind of stopped playing it. Like,
That's what everyone
and I was in a
did.
weird situation where it's like, I really wanted, Stripe to be in the game. Like, he's cool. He's a gremlin. I liked him, and I
Oh,
watched his
yeah.
reveal video. It's like, oh, what could he do? Could he like? And then he came out, and I never used him. It's like I liked the idea of him being in it more than
Right.
I did, like, playing him.
Wait, was he actually in it?
Stripe
Yeah,
is, yeah.
Is that
Oh,
season 2?
shit.
Like Shazam and I think Ricky Mort's, or was Ricky Mort's technically season 1?
Although the game does have one pretty cool feature that no other game does have, and that's that you can beat the shit out of Justin Roiland twice.
Yep.
That's jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh, I did it now.
Oh jeez.
Oh no. Oh, the DMs went public. Oh no.
Oh no. I'm having a John K moment.
Oh God. So it's actually funny. I was actually talking with Joe about we're talking about John K the other day, and like I'm loving how people are like slowly realizing
Yeah.
how, it's very similar to Justin Roiland, just how like little impact John K actually like gave in
So
like
we
Ren and
talked
Stimpy.
about. I still remember us talking about this back when we were still doing stream shit. Like, the Ren and Stimpy show was the result of a hardworking team of writers and animators absolutely beating his scribbles into shape.
Yep.
And as far as like all of his episodes, I don't want to say all, but a lot of his episodes were just like Ren and Stimpy get abused by overbearing father figure. Ren is an overbearing father figure for Stimpy. Stimpy's pregnant, and Ren is an overbearing father. And it's like, are you okay, John?
Some writers use subtext. Some writers are cowards.
Is this like a cry? I mean, some people who've worked with him where it's like it felt like a cry for help.
Yeah.
You know?
Some animators are fucking terrible hacks, and then we have the Brothers Chap, who, God bless them,
have never been on TV and never will be, and I'm okay with that.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not.
Oh no, wait.
Yeah.
Well, Homestar was.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
No, also Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I meant specifically Homestar Runner.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
No.
Because I remember, like, people were asking, it was like, hey, you should put Homestar Runner on TV, and their response to that was like, no thanks.
Yeah. I would allow if they did like an Adult Swim style bumpers or something, that'd be fine. But like, Homestar...
Yeah, like a Brack Show style thing, I'd be okay with.
Well, do you remember back when, I don't know if it was Robot Chicken or some other parody show, they did like a Strong Bad or Homestar Runner parody thing where they did like flash animation, and people were like, hey, did you see this Strong Bad, who's on Twitter? You know, you could just talk to Strong Bad on Twitter.
Sure.
The actual Strong Bad.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. But he's like, I don't know, it's nothing I was involved in. Because of course it's an adult parody, so of course there's like drugs and sex and people dying.
Oh,
and
was
shit.
that stupid friggin' I know Robot Chicken did something like that, where it's like a Strong Bad has to deal with immigration. That's like, come on now.
What the fuck?
It's a bad thing.
Oh. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have electric. Oh well. Wait, no, I do have electric. Hang on.
Can you get crack? I'm about to say, can you get Kracko?
No, I don't need you, Ninja. I need Kracko.
Correction. Incorrect. You can always use a ninja.
There you go. Fuck yeah.
My precious treasure.
You
You know what else is a precious treasure? Trans lives and trans people. Which
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
we are in the middle of a charity drive. Donation link is in chat and in my bio.
Appreciate you, Polo.
You know, I actually got to throw in my my donate. I'll throw in one now, and I know I want to do another one. I'm gonna do something for either like Elden Ring or Played Up. Some like matching one, but let's kick it. Let's kick in 25 now. The alert still works.
That's also important.
But yeah, so it's actually funny. We were talking. Speaking of like donations and charity events the other day, we were talking about kind of the event that kind of kicked off my relationship with charity streaming, which you, Pula, were on the ground floor for like almost the entire
Are you talking
fucking
about?
thing.
Are you talking about the Boston Marathon?
Oh no, the Ebex for Life.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there we
Eve
go.
extra right. Yeah.
Where we did 24 hours straight of Earthbound.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Earthbound.
A lot of Earthbound, and
You
that
tried to
one
get
event,
the King's Sword and you couldn't do it.
I went over 300 fucking attempts. Hey, there we go.
Hey. You also blew up by not calling it Welcome to Earthbound.
Well, the name and convention from that was actually, I was inspired by two buddies of ours in the Let's Play community, Voidburger Chip Cheesem and General Ironicus, who
Mhm.
they've been keeping this charity fucking going.
Holy shit, those are some names of content creators.
Voidburger actually had a stint on Giant
Yeah.
Bomb for
Yeah.
a while.
I've
Very.
seen them.
Like, the
I've seen
people
them-
that we surround ourselves with are very successful. Anyway.
Buddy, let me tell you about some of the people that I know and group around with. Austin Walker,
Keep going.
Xavier Woods.
Xavier. No.
Okay,
Xavier
but
Woods.
do you know Zane Rocks 32?
No, but
I didn't think so.
a little cosplayer named Lord Masamune, who now goes by Matt Versa. That's a pretty big one.
Sorry, Adeleine died.
Oh, Brad, that's good job. Yeah, I've done a good job surrounding myself with people who are far more successful and richer than I am, and it fucking sucks. I mean, it's great that they're seeing.
Come on, you saw her land, right?
You clipped the edge of that.
That's I'll call my uncle who works at Nintendo and talk to him about that one.
Yeah, honestly, like, it's been great because again, we like a lot of people that I'm like lucky enough to know and like have met and like have been lucky enough to work with. Like again, a lot of this is just be genuine, be yourself, be like
Be excited.
be excited, be hype yourself the fuck up.
Grift yourself.
Yeah. Shit, a whole lot of any kind of career that I've ever had in this, I can attribute to like, it's the same fucking, it's actually funny because the anniversary of it just passed. But a lot of things kind of stem from like me at PAX East going out to like meet a bunch of content creators that I liked and like spending time with people, having drinks and shit in, God, was that 2014 was like the first time I met Beef and everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and literally showing them like a video playthrough of a really shitty horror game that I recorded for Red Prey.
Oh yeah, I
And,
recorded
like-
some stuff for them too.
Yeah,
Like I was on the channel with them a couple times.
I remember one of my first like streaming things. One of my first like streaming that I like didn't do myself was like when Beef was doing a bunch of shmups. He had me on.
Right,
as
he was in his
a-
big shmup phase.
Yeah,
Like he
had-
loved shmups. He just loved
Hey,
them.
Shmups, I get it. Shmups good. I'm just
Shmups great.
This is the pro Shmups count. Okay, I didn't play them. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. I played Shmups. Be good.
Yeah.
My favorite part though was he had me on when he was doing all the Toho games. I think it was like a Patreon reward.
Mm-hmm.
And he had me on as a Toho expert, which I think he said that, and I'm like, never call me that again.
Vaguely insulting.
Well, because the other person who was on was like, I think the best way to put it is like I was Toho expert, in parentheses funny, and he was Toho expert derogatory. He was someone who got way into it. But I think my favorite moment, because like, I spent time in the fandom, unfortunately, back in the day, and Beef was like, so is there a real problem in the Toho community with like hentai and like R18 stuff? And at the literal exact same second, he went, no, and I went, yep.
And then the rest of the stream was really awkward.
It was so fucking
God.
awkward.
I feel like though you can ask that question to any fandom these days, and
Yeah, you could literally anything. Uh-oh. Sorry, Meta Knight.
Meta Knight's
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, well, he had a good run. He'll be back in Smash, I'm sure. Who was it? Aaron Eenshaw?
It's okay. I don't need you. I've got Kirby here with me. Kirby trademark.
TM.
Oh.
It's definitely like a different time. Now people are like, and that's another thing. If you're a R18 artist, fucking fly your flag.
Yeah.
Get those commissions.
Absolutely.
Within reason. We gotta preface that.
Well,
Within reason.
let's be reasonable about everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything within moderation.
Yes. If it's probably a crime, you shouldn't do it. Give it up.
Oh yeah. In general, a good way to live your life is if it's
Don't do
hurting
crimes.
someone, probably don't do it.
Just don't do crimes, kids. It's a cool thing to do.
If you're gonna if you're gonna do a crime, like beat up a cop or something. That's...
Really, it's like tax evasion, like Yoshi.
Yeah, tax evasion's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like, but yeah, that Earthbound marathon. It's funny because like I
Isn't
look
that the
back
one
on
where
it.
it's like you? Isn't that what stopped you from doing 24-hour streams?
Yep.
Yeah.
So everything I've ever learned about charity event, like if we've talked about doing like a panel at conventions on how to run charity events, because not to toot our own horn, I think we're pretty fucking good at it at this point. To the point where we've literally had people, not even like myself, everyone in Snark has had we've had people come to us and be like, I want to set something like this up. How can I do so? Which, by the way, like if you ever want to make me feel like $1 million, hearing that is like serotonin injected into my veins.
Yeah,
it makes but like oh my god, I think I spent a month and a half prepping that stream to the point where I got multiple I got our friend Max, CB artist, to like commission art. We got like multiple people to commission art slots for, like, I gave away commission slots for people who donate. Like I did a giveaway like every hour. I planned, like, I put like, oh my god, I did so much cool shit in that overlay, and this was at a time when like OBS was still really primitive.
Yeah, it was hard to do that.
Yeah, so like I made an overlay, and like for the prizes and commission, I just made a image slideshow that I kept running the entire time.
Oh, here's the new ESP power.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. Oh, that's cool. But I dropped so much time into that, and then when it was actually like game day, we got a lot of people for the first 12 hours. We had like, at a time when we were used to seeing like 3 or 4 people on a stream, we all of a sudden had like consistently 25, 30 for the first like 12 hours.
Right.
Then midnight hit, and that dropped to about 12. But
right.
You know, I still had Max physically in the room with me. I still had Polo Hoko on the call.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I couldn't make it the whole way.
You stayed for a lot. You stayed more than like if I had to do that again, I would not have done it that, like, I would not have lasted that long. You stayed till like 7 in the morning the next day. Which, like, when you do 24 hours, you're thinking like you're gonna be fine for hours 1 to 12. You're gonna be fine till 3, 4 in the morning. It's when you hit 7 a.m. the next day, that's when everyone's gonna fucking leave.
And you feel like shit the next day.
I was tired. I also didn't. I thought I planned, like, timed it out really well, but basically by the time we got to the end of the game, like the finale, the highlight, the big emotional moments,
you were just completely shot.
It was 9 a.m. and the only people who were still on the call were not even on the call. The only people who were still watching were Runch, because it was like 8 p.m. his time.
Yeah. So it's just not that good of an idea.
So I literally went from having like 25, 30 people during the highlight, and the donations were like rolling in. And then midnight hit, and we did not get anything past midnight.
Uh-huh.
And like I had to give the last couple of donations to like hit us to that 500 marker myself. Like the last like 60, I think I had to fit in myself, which still money, it's still
and
donation,
you had
but
stretch goals for that, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, none of the stretch goals got hit.
Right.
So that taught me, this is what the important lessons I learned from that. Number 1, don't do any stream over 12 hours. The next year I did it on Snark, and we did, I think that was Castlevania.
You
Or
mean
Dark Souls?
it was Dark Souls first. We did all the Souls games over 2 days.
Right.
Because Castlevania was 2018. That was what I missed because I was in Cali for BlizzCon.
You were right. Yep.
Yeah.
So
was focused
2017 we did Dark Souls, and I split that up between two 12-hour days, which one gave me a chance to do stuff like eat, use the bathroom, sleep, that I didn't get to fucking do. And we, like, the donations didn't even double. We went from barely scratching 500 to like 1270. Like, wasn't even fucking close. I also learned how to properly set up stretch goals and realistic expectations for events. Because you want to have it so that people can, like, you're always better off putting a realistic goal, smashing it, and going twice what you expected than barely, or God forbid, not making your goal.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, something obtainable just to, like, get the crowd excited.
Yeah, Chef, I fell asleep during that stream. There is footage of the last, because we beat the game at hour like 20. And I'm like, I still got 4 fucking hours to go.
Right. So then, yeah, if you beat the game that you're playing, what do?
I went back and grinded again for the. I loaded up a save state and went back to try and get the Sword of Kings.
Right. And
after 35 minutes of trying that again, I passed out for 25 minutes on stream. And after that, I basically, like, at hour 21, I'm like, it's literally Runch and I think one other person from England watching. So I'm like, if it's cool with y'all, I think I'm gonna cut the stream early.
Yeah, you've made your point after 20 hours.
Yeah.
It's funny. I had a similar conversation with a friend this past weekend where their friends like, oh yeah, we're trying to make plans on her birthday, but she wants to do a 24-hour stream for her birthday. I was like, well, I would never do that. That's cool. And she's like, yeah, but she has like 5 years, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. And I was like, oh.
That's gonna be.
It's
gonna be rough.
It's a good idea if what you're doing does not depend on who's watching.
Yeah.
It's also like, I don't think they're doing it for charity. I think they're just doing it hoping that people gift them subs and whatnot.
Oh boy.
And I don't think.
Can't.
Yeah. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I've never been compelled to be like, oh, here's a person I fell upon. Oh, it's their birthday? Here's $25. You know?
I always kind of like. It's a reason why I could never stream professionally, like, for a living, because, like, I'm too, like, I always make the joke whenever anyone asks me, like, especially now that I'm on a locked account, and anyone's like, I want to retweet it, but I can't. I'm like, my jokes are open source.
Please steal my jokes.
Right.
Feel free. I'm like, honestly, the only time I've ever gotten upset was when one person on Reddit stole my joke, put their watermark on it. That's the only time I've ever gotten, like, actually pissed at someone for, like, stealing my joke. Also, they're a fucking. I literally did not know them. They were a random person who just stole my shit. But if it's like a friend or whatever, I'm like, I feel weird charging people for what I'm gonna do anyway. That's why, like, I don't think I could ever do something like have a Patreon or like anything like that.
See, I do a Patreon over everything else because, like, if it's like reward based, that's like, okay, like there's a certain bonus on you to do X amount of writing or like.
Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That man just
doesn't give a fuck. Wow.
Listen, I've slept sometimes.
I need to grant him wide berth.
Oh yes, my favorite fighting game, Kirby Birth. Right next to I'm charged. No, it's like a Patreon I get down with if, like, it's just like extra writing or like and free stuff. Like, I get that. Or like we made like fun videos just for the Patreon. I think our problem is like we are five dudes deep. None of us live in the same city, let alone the same state.
Yeah.
Like, we would have to find a way to make it worth it. you know. Unless it was like an alternative to like, if you want to give us money on Twitch, which I get, because like, you know, we lose like what, $2.50 for every $5 sub.
Yeah,
Like,
and plus like,
fine.
even with Twitch, we've never really been about the money. Like,
no.
Most of the time, I mean, like the money we get from Twitch, like, which it's funny. I was actually talking with people about this the other day. Like, when I sank a lot of time into YouTube, like around like the time I was doing LPs and whatnot, getting an episode of Gravity Rush out, I was legitimately dropping 16 hours of work.
You did a lot of work on the Gravity Rush videos. That was your baby.
That was still to this day one of like the best things I think I've ever done in my entire life. But like, I dumped 16 hours worth of work into like recording, rewatching, rendering, cutting, sending Pulahoko an early copy of it, writing a couple of script points, because at that point, like we're doing right now Shadows of the Damned, but we're doing that kind of live, so like we're playing and commentating at the same time, because there isn't really a whole lot to that game that like would necessitate multiple cuts and multiple angles and stuff like that. It is a very open and shut game.
Sure is.
But Gravity Rush, like I would sometimes have to re-record segments to get like a better angle or make it flow better. And I'd have to edit basically a copy of it before we even got commentary on it, record our commentary, put that in, give it a rewatch to make sure there weren't any glitches or anything like that, and then like I'd basically get an hour of content out, and it would take me 16 to 20 hours that week to do.
Yep.
And there is nothing in the fucking universe more disheartening than putting all that time, effort into something and then having to get like 15 views.
Very little response.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah.
And this was at a time when YouTube monetization was a little easier to get. In the years of YouTube that I did, with a couple of videos that like got popular, I think I did one for like Doki Doki Literature Club, showcasing something that like got popular and got a couple of K views and whatnot. I made 54 cents.
But you know what hasn't made 54 cents? Fight Like a Girl, Trans Lifeline Charity. We are 1,100 of our 1,500. Do you want to talk about some stretch goals?
Okay, so let me tell you about the tiers of torture we had. So the original goal was $100, and I would buy the Chun-Li Hot Wheels car, which is a Hot Wheels car that looks like Chun-Li from Street Fighter. We smashed.
You're talking about like it's. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. If you
I'll explain in un momento.
Okay.
It is a car. It is a car that is Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Like Lightning McQueen style?
No, it's like a car cosplaying Chun-Li.
Okay. Yeah, that does help. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's no mouth or Karosi in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still not sentient. So the $500 goal was I don't smoke. Like I don't partake in the drugs. Not my thing. But for 420, I do have to go into Manhattan and get my HRT wheels checked and the oil changed, what have you. So I basically had to take off work that entire day. So I decided, as a treat, after I get that done, I'll take a bus out to the American Dream Mall, which is a farce of a late 80s capitalism farce. It's the mall with an indoor Shrek park. It is home of the Mr. Beast burger. So my 420, I will eat at the Mr. Beast burger.
The Mr. Beast burger.
An actual, it's like one of the few like actual Mr. Beast
I
locations.
Think it's the only one you can sit down at.
So good, it'll cure your blindness.
Maybe we'll find out. Yeah.
Every other there's actually a really nice video about ghost kitchens that like I recommend people check out. But like most Mr. Beast burgers are just like Applebee's, like they're using Applebee's products and like making it ghost kitchen shit.
Right.
But like this mall is one of the actual only literal Mr. Beast burgers in the country.
So I will go there, and so originally $500 means I eat there. for $1,000, which we smashed that goal now. I had to buy merch, and whatever merch I buy, I have to wear on stream for a month. So that's gonna be that's my May, I guess. The 1500 goal is party for two, in which I had to return to the Mr. Beast Burger this summer with either Tom, SK, Chef, or Ray, and pay for their meal. And then the 2000 tier is a mystery tier that I will announce and call once we get close.
Once we smash it.
I talked to the UN about that
because
it's undoing a war crime.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then anything past that, I am just eternally grateful. But I got nothing.
I might just come up with something like.
Yeah.
I like doing my donation goals kind of on the fly because we used to spend a lot of time figuring out donation goals for Extra Life. Come a year later, and we've done like 2 of them just because not out of a lack of wanting to do it, just fucking scheduling issues again.
We're only a year behind on that American Pie thing.
Okay, well, tell you what, I'll add a goal onto here.
Okay.
How about that?
Oh.
We've already made $25 on this stream.
Right.
If we make an additional 75 to make it 100, I will, after this run, I will attempt to beat Soul Melter EX with Adeleine.
Oh.
Which, if you don't know, Soul Melter EX is like the true arena, and it is balls difficult.
For a Kirby game, a thing like Soul Melter EX sounds hardcore as fuck.
Well, actually, I haven't unlocked Soul Melter EX. I've just unlocked regular Soul Melter, which is a little bit easier.
Soul Melter also sounds like a knockoff manga. Like the leader got some hype, and now like, well, we got to do something else now.
Yeah.
You don't want to get sued. There's that Grimace again.
Wow. Chef Kawasaki, damn.
But yeah, so that's that. And then tomorrow night, part of the charity nonsense, Tom and our buddy NJ Chef will be on our channel playing the Elden Rings, the hot game of 2022 that my girlfriend is currently playing right now, going for that platinum run. And then on Thursday, it's the 2 of them and I to team up to do some Plate Up, the very fun cooking simulation game that I adore.
But it doesn't have Chef Kawasaki though.
No, it's a little more grounded, I'll say.
Okay.
It has a lot worse name things, and
Mostly
I may be responsible for like most of them.
Was it like you name your own dishes?
Well, no.
You can name the restaurant, and we quickly discovered, don't give me that power.
Yeah, like we had some very fun like Adam Sandler based puns. And then Tom said some words that started.
And then Tom said some words. I love that.
What was the Adam Sandler one that we were initially going with?
Happy Grillmore.
Happy Grillmore.
Oh my,
right.
Yeah, that is great.
So we had Happy Grillmore, and then I'm like, what if I named the restaurant Thanos' Cunt? And
well, that's not
let me do that.
That's not a pun on anything.
No. I suggested the Grimace's Grussy Grotto.
Grimace's Grotto.
Yeah, the Grussy Grotto. All 3 of those words. Yeah.
Yeah. I've named a lot of things.
Have you named a lot of things? I'm not even gonna say that.
Not that.
Sorry, I'm not gonna say that.
Let's put it that way.
So like. Also, yeah, Plate Up is great. It's actually like it's legit a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ramirez Arcadia definitely.
Oh yeah, hello Ramirez, good friend of the Danganronpa server. Ramirez.
God,
there's a lot of R's in that sentence.
Quick aside, I love that you had me as like one of the like 3 mods of Danganronpa for like a year and a half, and I think I had played 1 game, but I kept getting like DMs from people like, I'm ready to go, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, oh yeah, I'm a mod in this community.
Yeah.
I grant you powers, and then I like granted powers to the wrong person that one time, because again, I wasn't in the community.
You were there, but not really there.
I was there, but like I checked it periodically, because at that time I was like putting a lot of time into work and snarking and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like I completely missed that. Like, one guy got banned like 3 or 4 times, and like y'all had just like completely banned him from the server, and he DM'd me and was like, "Oh, you know, can you reinstate? Can you instate
Yeah,
my
Mom
account?"
said I could come back.
Yeah, he didn't even say come back. He's like, can you because you know, in order to get into the Discord, you have to like
You have to
you know,
read our rules
read
and then
the
say that
rules.
you read them. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, I read the rules. Can you verify my account? I'm like, yeah, sure thing. Because I've done this now for like, you know, 20 or 30 people. I did that, and like 15 minutes later, I get a DM from Polo like, did you let this person in? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, they got banned like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, uh-oh. So that was a fun whoopsie doodle on my part.
Yeah. But I mean, that barely ever happens in that community.
Yeah.
Like the community that sprang up around that, you know, dumb shit tabletop sim mod, it's just they're good kids. They're good
eggs.
kids.
I like 'em.
Yeah, they're good eggs.
God,
Yeah, I think I'm a mod on 2 other Discords, and well, one is fine. One is fine because we're all adults that are 30 and 40 years old, so like there's no drama. And then one is for a convention, the 21 plus group, and that one involved the last one we had to deal with was is there like a language policy here on the channel? I don't want to blow up anything here or.
No, you can say shit and fuck and all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's not so much that it's racy. So there's a not safe for work channel. It's mostly people posting news and wanting people to tell them how good it is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't have a not safe for work channel because I'm a good boy.
You know, listen, if people want to do that, that is fine. I'm not here for that. I think it was the show slash festival last year.
Thank you. Oh, well, I need to move that alert, huh?
Someone posted a video of a room party that they were in, and this girl, the very naked girl, was sitting on his leg, and he's sucking her titty, and he looks at the camera and goes, "Ooh, sorry, mom," and he posted that, and that woman was clearly drunk.
Oh boy.
I had to tell the other mods, hey, listen, we can't, I don't think we have consent to post that video because like. He posted that.
Yeah, like so that's the thing about having anything with a not safe for work channel. Like I had, you know, I kind of dabble with that a little bit at some point, and I came to realize that it was just making me really uncomfortable because if I'm not around and I don't know what's being posted in it and I don't know what people are saying, that's really, really irresponsible to do.
Right. Yeah, and, like, you never know if someone's gonna post something like fucking illegal, and you're like,
that's the thing.
You need to be aware of it.
That's the thing. Like, you could not be involved at all. You could not know. You obviously don't condone it, but it's your place. You know.
Yeah, you're responsible for it.
I'm mostly comfortable with the R not safe for work channel on Snark Discord because it's like it's mostly goblin porn, and like people people are people are horny but not weird about it for the most part. Like we had one dude who he posted some stuff back in the day. We were like, "Hey, you probably should be posting this."
Yeah.
And then he called us fascist and quit.
Oh yeah, because we're like, "Yo, that looks."
Yeah.
What's the age of that? What's the age of that character? And...
Yeah.
Well, that is just I don't want to have those conversations. I just don't.
I'll have those conversations. Don't.
I'm so internet poison brain. It is fine. But that we didn't even toss that dude. That dude was like, "Fuck you guys, you're fascist." Left. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, we gave him for all those it's like. Yeah. Read the pins, you get one warning. Next is a kick, and he's
I've had to get people off my server for having distasteful icons, and every time it's like they want to argue about it. They want to be like, "Well, no, she's just eating pizza," and it's like, dude, are we really doing this?
Nobody eats making one of those faces. I'm from New York, okay? I know the pizza's good here, but
really good pizza.
No one doing a come on their tum.
The return of it.
There's context of that, and I will not explain that because I don't want to upset your community.
So I was also in this community mostly because this was again a 21 plus Discord for a convention that not gonna name the name of.
Right.
Christy sent me an invite to it because she's like, you have got to see some of this.
Yeah.
It was some of the most down bad human beings of all time, and God, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at like, because again, people can do what they want, people can be into what they want, but there were some people there that were like, basically the I'm the only girl syndrome on it,
like Marzipan.
where like, yeah, not name wise, not that far off.
God. Yeah, character actions though would not equate anything from Homestar Runner.
I think I saw her fucking kidneys in one picture.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Again,
also...
like I'm being a fucking normal human being, and there are people like, I want you to dress like Roge the Bat and give me the knuckle duster.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, okay. Rogue the Bat.
So what's Knuckles doing?
I don't know.
Taking it.
Yeah, no. It's 9 months out of the year. It's fine. People will post like,
Aha!
I did this. It'd be fine.
You know everything I'm going to do, but I know everything you're going to do.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Once you get close to the convention, that's when the hoarding happens, and sometimes we were just like, oh man, it'd be nice to touch a movie. Like, that's the saddest thing I've seen today.
Oh my God.
And then it's just like they'll be at the convention and be like, hoarding now, and it's like, that's not.
Oh
like,
yeah, I forgot he's twice.
Oh. Oh no, twin crack. Don't do
two
crack.
eyes.
Don't do twin crack. Trevor, don't do twin crack.
Don't do two cracks.
God, yeah, we had an incident where someone we are no longer on good speaking terms with, was in our room for said convention, and we looked at that Discord, and they were posting things, and I'm just real glad they didn't get a fucking response to this stuff. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I probably would have come back to the room and killed them.
So, in retrospect, the internet was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually kind of again, I peek in our NSFW channel. I don't moderate. Actually, okay, I don't moderate a lot.
Yeah,
in our
I've got my porn pile. I don't look at it or do anything with it.
I'm not even saying that to like cover face. A lot of what people are into in there just doesn't do anything for me.
Well, it's
like I respect. Yeah, it's like I respect, but it's like I'm more happy that like our community is like
Vibing in there.
We have a lot of like people who are like who can post like trans furry stuff like that.
Well, it is refreshing to have. So here's the thing, and here's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I have a community that is younger set, and due to that, I kind of keep my distance because I am older set.
Makes sense.
But the fact that there is just so much, like, there's not any hate in there, and there's not any of this kind of like performative grossness that the internet has. Like, it's just a genuine place.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, and it's a place where you can be genuine and not have to like. It's not Reddit Junior or like any of the other. Because one thing that performative grossness just gets to me.
Same here.
The one thing I do appreciate is, so we have a shit posting channel, and we definitely set out to destroy each other, but like, it's
we should
competition.
Yeah.
That's different, yeah. Like, yeah, it's definitely just like, how can I upset these assholes? Which, that I'm fine with, because sometimes I'm that asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our not safe our channel is actually, like, it's, pretty okay. I've seen worse, I've seen people act worse.
We at least will do stuff like if someone finds something online, they'll do stuff like properly credit the artist or performer, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
and again, it's like
no AI.
Yeah, I'm glad people. I'm appreciative that people can be in a community and feel safe to basically like celebrate the things they like without
Yeah.
being fucking weird about it.
Yeah.
Which it's like I said, I'm doesn't do much for me, but I'm really appreciative that we have it. Which like
minus the one Jill Valentine photo that was posted recently that people liked.
I did not see that one.
Yeah.
Trevor and I had some words about that one. A lot. It went over well with a bunch of people who usually don't go in the butt church. I gotta dip out. I have stuff I gotta take care of tomorrow because I have an interview and other stuff. This was fun. I'm gonna be lurking.
Okay.
Y'all have fun with Kirby Boy. Good luck with the rest of the stream, and I'll see you all on the internet.
Okay.
All right. Catch you later, Chris.
Catch Kirsty. But yeah, it's a very different internet than it used to be, I believe.
Yeah.
Especially
Again,
because there are just more places for people to gather.
And just be themselves and be like, again, it's you know, I'm really happy to be able to. Wow, these swords suck.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to be able to like, you know, as like an ally, as a I am the B on the LGBTQ like, so like I like being able to like have a place that people can just feel fucking comfortable, like being who they are and shit like that.
So
and
I mean, you and Christy, you either were goons or hung out around with goons, right?
I was. Christy was not.
All right, because I was never, but all the people that I hang around with are goons.
Yeah.
And also, I'm the odd man out. I'm the straight man out. Like, I considered myself to be straight and cis and white and boring. So, it's just, sometimes it feels like, you know, I don't really have a place to say stuff like that, you know? But I'm definitely supportive of people. Like, I'm very much a person that's just like, you know, I don't have time to be like, no, you can't live that way.
You have always been like a fucking like, you know, the ally moniker gets used by a lot of really performative motherfuckers, but you have always been a fucking genuine ally, like yeah, for like literally as long as I've known you. Also,
I'm not being a very good ally to Chef Kawasaki right now.
Well, he knows what he did.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing is like, it's fine to, you know, I am also a, you know, cis white. I'm bi, but I'm also like, I don't what the phrase would be, like straight passing, I guess. Like I've never really had a situation where like a person looks at me and like would insult me for my
in my experience, especially when I was younger, straight passing would be, you know, for a boy in his teens, it would be like, how gross are you? Like, how willing are you to just like catcall people and talk about, you know, oh, that girl's tits are so big, you know, how willing are you to do that? I just never was. It made me super uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's just like toxic masculinity bullshit. But like when I say straight passing, I mean like I am, you know, I can, if I'm dating, you know, if I'm dating a woman, like literally no one would know that like I'm bi unless I take the effort to announce it. So I'm like, I will never get, oh, you need one more buddy, don't you?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm like, if I'm in like a situation where like I'm at a bar and someone yells out a homophobic slur, I am only gonna get shit if I like go out of my way to say, fuck you, I'm bi.
Well, you know what works a lot better in those situations? Do you know, it's like that thing that people do where it's like, maybe you're not with a friend group, but you're in like a group of people who are in a friend group, you know? And you say something that's like kind of out of line. And they do that kind of side whisper. It's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, that is so powerful. Like,
Yeah.
it's just such a dismissive, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Silence is acceptance.
Yeah.
I actually had that today. And I the way I kind of like to word it is like, there was news today about CWC getting out of jail, and really without thinking about it, a friend of mine had made a post about it, and I replied with the picture of Sephiroth going, "Out of my way, I'm gonna go find my mother." Which, like, I posted it, and I just didn't feel good about it.
For me, that entire situation is something that I just do not want to touch. At all. Like, at all. Especially considering, it's like a cult of personality on the internet at this point. Like,
exactly.
I just don't want to be involved.
And I looked at that, and I'm like, I had a friend call me out on it, and he was extremely right to call me out on it.
Uh-huh.
And I looked at it, and I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right. This isn't who I am. This feels more like who I was, and that's not an excuse. And the way I phrased it to another one of my friends who was like, "Fuck, I feel like an asshole for making the original post." I'm like, well, here's the thing. I kind of feel like it, like when you run into someone that you met, that you like knew from high school, and you have you make a joke that the both of you are like, or reference a piece of media from like your childhood.
I mean, here's the thing. Not one of us is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, none of us. And you're gonna, especially when you're on a social media feed where basically you can fire off any old fucking thought that you have in your head and just, like, forget it. You're gonna make mistakes. That's just how it is.
Exactly. And I think part of the whole thing is kind of looking at it and going, you know what, that was a joke I used to make when I was younger, but I've grown up for a reason.
I will say that's pretty damn gross, though, bro.
Yeah.
No,
it absolutely sucked. It was something that I said without really
thinking, yeah,
any ounce of thought into it.
Which is why I do not touch that situation at all.
Yeah, I felt gross about it immediately after, and
because I remember we talked about that. We used to have a conversation about that back when we were streaming Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, and even then it was just the whole thing's just gotten a lot worse.
It's terrible. Like,
yeah, I mean, it is terrible. Like, there's nobody. I want to move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to move on.
Point is, whatever you can always be better. You can always improve.
Yeah.
Again, like, I made the joke for a while that I thank God every day that I didn't have Twitter in 2008. Otherwise,
I've been thinking about using something to just wipe my Twitter account past, a certain point in the past. Because, like, nobody needs to know some shit that I said back in 2012. Nobody.
There were programs that would do that. I don't know how that necessarily works now with API
yeah,
limitations. I'm sure I did the thing where I went through like almost all my old tweets and like
Ramirez, Chef Kawasaki would never.
He came pretty close to delaying delaying that.
But now I need more food.
Yeah. At least you can make the jelly donut.
Yeah, definitely. How many stages are we in this?
Hey, Warlock, how's it going?
Hello,
we're doing good. We're Warlock is one of our good buddies from our community.
Okay. Hello. I like we have our two communities mixing.
Amen to that. That's like the one thing like about Snark I've really been a fan of is that like we've kept.
Thank you, Silent Warlock. Thank you for smashing that like button and clicking the bell and chasing that dragon and climbing that mountain and ripping that bandage.
Rock, flag, and eagle. we've kept a fair. Not only have we kept a fair amount of our community, we've also been lucky enough to actually like employ some of our community because like NJ Chef was there for pretty much all of the streams in the Hitbox Day, and like when I basically made the switch to Snark full time, like after a little while, I'm like, what if we just got Chef in on it, like, and like pretty much between Chef and our good buddy Trevor, like, we got that like, we're able to get like. Cause I am no longer at the point where I can do multiple streams by myself, on like one channel multiple times a week. I work too. I drop too much time in my fucking job for that. So by having multiple people and also like multiple creative as fuck people, to bounce ideas off and workshop and one of my favorite days in Snark is always Sunday morning when we're all pitching ideas for streams for the week. And
sorry, Christy left. I had to update my stream.
Oh, okay. No longer have a carrot.
She's got a heart of gold. 24 karat.
God, I don't know why that just reminded me of it, but have you ever seen the Comedy Central roast of Bob Saget where Norm Macdonald segment on that? So,
I think I remember Gilbert Gottfried's segment on that.
Oh yeah, I remember that for sure. But for Bob Saget's one, Norm Macdonald didn't really want to say anything bad about him.
Right, because Norm Macdonald, he's dead, isn't he?
He is unfortunately all three people that we just mentioned, Gilbert Gottfried, Bob Saget, and Norm Macdonald all passed last year.
Just all last year?
All last year.
But Norm Macdonald seemed to be like a person who just wanted to just keep to himself, you know? He seemed like a pretty normal guy.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm not for eating.
Reach. That is reach. But so what he decided to do instead was he got a joke book that was like a roast joke book for like the boss that was written in like 1924.
Oh.
It was a old joke book.
No, that's funny.
So all of his jokes were like the worst dad jokes. So there would be things like, Bob Saget has a lot on his mind, like when he's wearing a hat. Bob, a lot of people here are well wishers. In fact, they want to wish you to the bottom of a well. And it was nothing but that. It was nothing but dad jokes. For his entire set, so people were expecting like profanity and not as.
Well, Norm Macdonald isn't really known for being blue, is he? Or was he?
He's done some, not as much as like Bob Saget, but he hasn't been unblue.
So he's baby blue.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I like that actually. So like
if you haven't figured it out by now, we love our puns here.
I love a good pun too.
Puns are like the most intelligent form of comedy. IMO, don't at me.
I wouldn't say comedy, but they're definitely intelligent. I'm kidding. I love puns. But yeah, so like people are watching this segment being done, and like no one in the crowd is laughing. Except for on stage, where all the other comedians are. And they are laughing so fucking hard. It was just every other comedian is like choking their laughing so hard. But the audience is so fucking confused. And it was great. I think they have... It should be on YouTube.
Oh, it probably is.
I would say check if you find yourself with a free like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I'll check it out. Oh, sorry, I fell down. Went boom.
Yeah, you got the Thomas the Tank Engine power going on.
Have you seen that horror game where it's like, what if Thomas the
Yeah.
Tank Engine was a zombie or some shit?
Yeah, Choo Choo Charlie. I have heard mixed things.
So here's the thing. We're in kind of an era where, thanks to Five Nights at Freddy's being a runaway success, like, a whole bunch of indie developers are making games where it's like a children's show or a daycare or Thomas the Tank Engine, but it's like spooky and scary.
God, I feel a ways about use of nostalgia in horror, in both a good way and bad way. I think to me it all depends on execution. Cause
well, I will say, I'm not gonna automatically shit on game developers for doing something like that, because game development is hard, no matter what you do. It's not like you just push the make video game button and it happens. Like, there's actual effort involved. Now, whether or not it's genuine or just like trend chasing, or if the thing winds up being any good is a new story. But I feel like it's trend chasing to do
it
the
can
horror
be.
high school or whatever it is.
It can be at the same time though. Like, if it gets your foot in the door for game dev, fucking do it.
You know
Again,
what? That is an absolutely fair point.
Because
Like,
I was actually
that is a
watching.
completely fair point.
I was watching a video on like the evolution of a FNAF fan game series, and like the dev who made the first game in like a 4-game series, dude was fucking 13 when he made his first game. That's incredible.
Uh-huh.
I
Here's
couldn't
another
fucking do that now.
Another thing. Kids are learning coding languages and programming way younger than we ever did. I mean, we never did, is the thing.
Yeah.
We never did. There wasn't a high school class that you could take, or a college, well, maybe a college class. But they've got, like, camps that they can go to, like Space Camp. It's programming camp. They've got Minecraft, which is, like, you know, say what you will about the dude who made it, but it's, like, very accessible programming-wise. It's in an easy language. Like, a lot of kids make shit for that.
And accessibility is that really key right there. I mean, again, I have my issues with Roblox, with them like not paying their content creators for making stuff.
Well,
but
Roblox is something we can talk about, but
the fact that like you have kids who are basically making stuff in the tools for being creative are there, and it's cool as shit. And it's kind of weird how like a lot of things in horror that like I'm getting into and watching are like I love the idea of the back rooms.
yes.
And the person who started the backrooms they made the first backrooms video when they were like 17.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't know. Like, the kid with a YouTube channel putting on puppet shows with, like, his Bowser and Mario dolls, you don't know what that kid's gonna do in, like, a few years.
There's a content creator on YouTube I'm actually a big fan of, named Sagan Hawks, who does a lot of really good retrospective on various horror, or analysis on various horror franchises. He got famous for doing a really well done retrospective on Five Nights at Freddy's, right around the time Scott showed his whole ass.
Because that's his name.
Yep. And like I eventually went on to do like really great videos on stuff like Petscop, which is a horror franchise, an unfiction that I loved.
Did you say an unfiction?
That's the name of it. When it's like a non-existent franchise or like a fake franchise, that the name of it is unfiction, or the term used for it is unfiction.
What?
So like, I forget. You know about Petscop, right?
I did not play Petscop.
Okay, but
Oh yeah, this
you're...
level is supposed to remind you of the toy factory from Kirby 64. Because, like,
Oh,
Adelaine's
wow.
whole thing, maybe this whole run with Adeleine is supposed to be like a nod to Kirby 64. Oh, I got squishered.
Okay, so, like...
Are you saying, like, when a work of fiction props up some sort of, like, famous franchise that's, like, only exists in its own world?
Kinda. Yeah. So, like, if you've ever seen, like, kind of... A lot of creepypastas are kind of unfiction in their own way. But, like, if you've ever seen, like, a video of, like, my friend was making a game and I played it and it was haunted kind of thing.
Right.
It's not a game that's actually out that, like, you can play.
Are you
So,
just
like,
talking about it's written as if it took place in reality?
it's written as if it's an actual game.
Okay. Like something that everybody knows. Sort of like how Zane Rocks 32 writes as if Hypnospace was a real thing.
Kinda, but not.
Okay, I don't get this, Tom.
I'm trying to.
Call it something else.
Yeah, unfiction is written as if something existed, but it really didn't. Like Catastrophe Crow 64.
Oh, kind of like how there's an unused enemy in Mario called Scrupulous Fingor.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Exactly. Something like that.
Okay. So yeah. So it's written like it could take place, or like it did take place in reality, but it didn't.
Yeah, but oftentimes it'll be like the videos themselves will be like a person basically saying like a let's play style game for a game that never existed.
Right. Okay, yeah, I get that now. I get that.
Yeah, and the actual like meat of the thing is basically like a creepypasta in real time for a game that never existed.
But it's presented as if it was real, and it's like maybe they even made a game.
And oftentimes, yeah, they'll build a like PS1 style game,
Right.
and quote unquote let's play it.
I still think Unreality is a dumb name though.
Unfiction. It's yeah.
Blah, blah. Try again.
But yeah, so they've done a lot of like really good videos on stuff like that, and a lot of really good videos on stuff like so like about
Oh, I need to move the chat over if I've got this new layout.
Oh, I can see them on.
Well, yeah, but my vines are covering it up. I need them to be seen.
Oh, okay. But it's like you know about like analog horror, right?
No.
Okay. Analog horror are things like the Mandela Catalog and the Walton Files, which are
Is it horror that takes place on old videotapes?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. See, that one is a lot more easy to understand.
Yeah. And in a lot of cases, a lot of them are also inspired by FNAF, and some of them are extremely good, and also oftentimes a lot of them are like made by 19-year-olds. Yeah, Local 58 is a great example of analog horror. That's the it's meant to feel like a news station.
We gotta get in the how room.
Is this spelling something out up there?
It is, but I don't know if I can get there now. I need that key. Maybe I have to go this way first.
I was gonna say, or can, like, if you does a checkpoint, you
What am I doing? I have paint.
yeah, Nightmind also is a YouTuber who does a great job explaining a whole lot of these. It's stuff I've been getting a lot into, just because, like, to me, I love horror, and to me, horror is one of the most like creative fields that a person can like really put their own spin on something, and like you're seeing a lot of that on YouTube where people are making like really nice quality stuff on there.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the Howl Room. Do you know about the Howl Room?
Oh, no, but I know how.
So the Howl Room, HAL, is a secret room that they add in every Kirby game, where it's like you have to do something secret, or it's like an Easter egg, and it always has blocks that spell out the word Howl. So we didn't get the Howl Room this time.
Oh, you were saying Howl. I thought you were saying the hot room.
No, the Howl. Hal? Hal, did you pick up the groceries, Hal?
My name is Walt! But yeah, even just like, yeah, the Hal Pal room. Like, I'm obsessed with a lot of stuff like that, just from, like, seeing how people, like, literally will get some shots, like, or, like, set stuff up. It's just, like, these people are doing stuff, like, Sam Raimi needed, like, an entire fucking film crew to do.
Uh-huh.
At home at 17.
Yeah, I say Kirby's an easy game. Some of these bosses don't fuck around.
No, they don't.
Oh, wait. This is the final boss. We're at the final boss.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And we need your help to defeat the boss. And the only way that you can help us is to donate down in my bio Trans Lifeline charity work.
bit.ly/NYSX fight. Popping in chat right now. You donate. All that money is going to the Trans Lifeline for the Trans Day of Visibility, which we are not doing for a day. We're doing that for the entire fucking week long. As we collaborate. Oh, that is a lot of fire.
Yeah.
As we are collaborating with our good buddy Polo, who it has been a fucking joy to get back in the saddle again. For those who don't know, me and Polo were like streaming partners back from like 2014 till about like 2016, 2017. Back before back in the Hitbox days, back before
back when we used Skype and Nichols had pictures of bumblebees on them.
So unironically, one of the last time I was up in Boston, one of my friends takes out his phone and goes, "Tom, have you ever heard of Arcade Pit?" And I just start laughing, and I'm like, "Alan, finish your sentence." He's like, "Yeah, it's a they're basically doing oh, there's the Eldritch Horror I was expecting." It's like, yeah, it's like a return to Nick Arcade, but they're doing it on Twitch. I'm like, look up Arcade Pit Bear Pigman. And he's like, were you on it? I'm like, we were on like episode 7. We were on Arcade Pit, like, we were on Arcade Pit when they were still in like the testing grounds of it. Cocaine Bear Pigman.
Yeah, what a time to be alive to see Cocaine
That
Bear.
movie is so great, and I literally love that it's a clone. Like, the producers of it are the Clone High people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lords and Miller. They're actually behind a lot of like really good stuff. They're behind Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. They're behind the Lego Movie. They're behind the 21 Jump Street remake. And now they're doing Clone High Season 2, which I'm really fucking excited for.
I love Adeleine so much.
I'm so happy that they brought her in, and now I'm expecting something to interrupt the credits, K. Rool
What
style.
would make you say that, though, Tom?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's... Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember what this is.
I love fake out credits. Oh, is this gonna be Shadow the Hedgehog? What? Oh my god. Christy was right.
Galactonite.
There is a golden Meta Knight.
Oh, wait, no. We don't even fight him.
Is he an ally?
No, we fight... Withered Golden Nightmare. Meta
Okay,
Knight.
so we're fighting Elden Ring Meta Knight. Oh, that is a baller fucking design.
The one thing this game gets right is bosses, and Kirby games do get most bosses right.
Yeah. Oh. I kind of hope that they don't make any more smashes because I want Sakurai's like hands to get a fucking break. But if they ever did,
oh yeah, he does that.
I would love to see this in a smash.
But
But also, I really want Sakurai to get like let his hands recover.
So if you like this and want to see more of this, you can play Kirby in the Forgotten Land.
I have to, like,
He
look it up
blocks.
on Yeah, he does.
Ugh.
God, there are so many Kirby games that like I forget exist. That was literally just the final smash.
Not even his final form.
Oh, about to say he's gonna get another fucking form, isn't he? Oh, Rice Ball, where the fuck are you? What? Oh, I love the Echo Fire.
That attack. If you have allies with you, when it hits it, it steals them and makes them hostile.
Oh, come on. Thankfully, you can't do that to your paintings, right?
No,
Okay.
because they're not sentient.
Yeah. Ooh.
Eh.
You can
Ugh.
block indefinitely, right?
One of her special powers is that she has a chipless block. Because she's not
okay.
blocking, she's hiding behind her Azul.
Oh, that's that is Come on, Squid.
Sorry, I have to actually concentrate in this Kirby game now.
Yeah, no. You keep at it. I'm watching intently.
Whew.
Yeah. Whew. Good God. Is he the final boss for all of them, or just for like solo runs like that?
I think it's just in the guest star mode.
Oh, okay.
Now, I will show you just a little bit because we've been at this for 2 hours now. And I know I said it was a stretch goal and we didn't make it, so I'll only show you a little bit.
All right, get a little bit in. By the way, again, if people are inclined to donate, we are raising money for the Trans Lifeline again, and the link to that is at bit.ly/NYSXfight. That'll take you to our 2023 first charity event of the year, Fight Like a Girl, where we are raising money for Trans Lifeline.
Now, what does Trans Lifeline do, Tom?
So they provide a multitude of things. Basically, counseling, help with receiving stuff like medication, using proper Medicare. So if you are, realizing that you're trans and you're basically saying to yourself, what do I do now? What are my first steps? What action can I take? The Trans Lifeline will you can call them and they will basically put you on your first steps towards your gender affirming care, medication, referral to doctors, etc. As well as any, you need an ear for negative thoughts or coping with pretty much anything in the process, because it's a fucking, I've heard it is a hell of a process.
Yes.
It is not easy at any age. And help, it is one of those things that is very tough to do, and unfortunately a lot of people have to do it by themselves. So,
and a lot of things are very difficult to do if you're by yourself. I know I myself had a long period of last year where I had a lot of problems with depression. I still have a lot of problems with anxiety, and I had people there who were extremely supportive of me, and I do not think that I probably could have done it, or I may have come out a lot worse for wear without those people there to support me.
Fucking A.
So yeah, that is what we're here for tonight.
Amen. And if you are so inclined, feel free to kick in some via the link. Even if it's just like $5. Don't feel like, you have to make a big donation. A $5 donation counts as much as a $500 donation.
Yes.
If you do 500, that'd be real fucking nice. But
well, and also we understand times are tough, especially right now. If you do not have any to spare, simply tell a friend, spread the word, and I personally would like to thank the people who came here tonight to watch us and hopefully enjoy us.
Yeah, it is, raising money is nice. Putting on a show is great. The thing that has made me the happiest in any charity event that I've ever run, and by now I've run a fair fucking number of them, knowing that people were able to come and take 2 hours off a really stressful fucking period of time, and relax is like it's actually the thing behind one of my other charity events, my baby Jingle Hells, which is a charity event that we run.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a charity event that we run on December 23rd. Or as close to that on a Saturday as we can get. It is a 12-hour stream that we raise money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, because I know a lot of people are going to be going to maybe not optimal situations on the holidays.
Holidays are stressful for a lot of different people, especially nowadays.
So it means more than the money that we raise, more than anything. Having people come up to me and be like, it was cool to spend 8 hours on a really stressful day otherwise, just fucking chilling and feeling like I had a place to hang out, play a couple of games, and kind of take a break from the world. That is the most meaningful stuff I've ever heard. It's not the most proud thing I've ever heard. The most proud thing I've ever heard was from 2 years ago for Extra Life, where we decided to raise money and do a 12-hour days. That is a lot of curry.
Yeah, and that's not even the highest difficulty.
Perfect.
Jesus. Hey, thank you very. You see,
Ramirez,
$10.
you are a prince. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You know that means a lot. What you just did.
It's, like, again, any bit matters. Like
That means so much.
I appreciate all of you, and Polo told me that y'all are good eggs, and I am inclined to believe.
Oh, Ramirez is a good egg.
Awesome. But yeah, the most proud message I have ever gotten from any of anything that we did. So we did a Mario-themed Extra Life in 2021. And this was right after Chris Pratt was announced for the voice of Mario in the movie. And I decided to name it, because I said it before, I'm great at naming stuff. I decided to name the event Do the Mario NYSX's Mario Party Pizza Paisano Fuck Chris Pratt Sauce Fest. And that was the name on the
It rolls
Extra
right
Life.
off the tongue, doesn't it?
Right off the tongue. That was the actual name on the Extra Life stream. They let I thought I was gonna get, like, to censor it or whatever, but no, they let me write fuck Chris Pratt. So we raised like $2,200 something.
So I
for-
don't want to. I know we're in like feel good vibe mode here, but I just needed to point out something that I saw a little while ago that got me irrationally angry. So, do you know one of the most charming things that Charles Martinet has ever done was just take trips to different places and bring with him little toys of Mario and Luigi and Wario, and just hold them up in front of a camera and do the voices and be like, oh, look at that, that's a soup. Oh yeah, that's a soup. And just like your
TikTok,
kindly grandpa, Chris
Yeah, I love
Pratt
those.
did that shit, and I was like,
you can't do that.
Chris, you don't get to do that. Only Charles gets to. You know what it felt like? It felt like your charmless stepfather trying his best to endear himself to you.
You've seen the movie Liar Liar, right?
Yes, it's exactly that.
It's when the other guy does the claw.
You're scared of the claw.
You are scared of the claw. It's literally
exactly that. Yeah.
God, yeah.
Just to highlight how much I still have 12 more battles to go. I'm just about dead. And that's from Wispy Woods.
That's from the fucking tree.
The fucking tree.
Dear
Hey.
God, I like the 12 more with the question mark.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about trees. They're terrific, frankly. But yeah, that is, and this isn't even the highest difficulty of Soul Melter. Now, you're supposed to be doing this with computer allies, but I'm, obstinate.
You're going for that solo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we raised something like 12. We raised a fair amount. We raised like 2,200 something, like we get a fair chunk of change in. You like 3 months later, I get a phone call from a number I've never
Chris Pratt.
That'd be funny. No, I get a phone call and it's a woman saying, "Hi, is this Tom from the New York Narc Exchange?" I'm like,
and
yeah,
you figure,
yeah,
oh, this can't be good.
I initially think, okay, they're on to me. What I do now? And they're like, I'm calling from Maria Ferrer's Children's Hospital, which is the children's hospital that we've now been raising for like 5 years.
Oh, I think I know where this is going. But go ahead.
Yep. I'm like, oh, it's good to finally like hear from you. we care a lot about your hospital, and we're happy to do all the work that we've been doing. They're like, yeah, no, you and your team have done an amazing work. Your contributions have definitely, like, it can't be understated, have definitely, like, saved the lives of children. But you
need to stop.
They're like, in your last one specifically, you wrote F. Chris Pratt. You had some foul language in your last one, and Extra Life can't write us the check if it has a swear in the name. Would you either do yourself, or would you be okay with us changing the name of the event so they can write us the check for the money you guys raise? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm touched because of the first half, and I'm like, I'm at this point, I'm like, I'm emotional because, like, that's the first time I've literally heard that, like, we've saved lives, which is like a amazing thing to hear. So I'm feeling like a combination of pride followed by remorse,
embarrassment,
and shame, followed by the most pride I have ever had in my entire life. That I'm like, I wish this phone call could be framed. Because I'm like, it is so us to raise all the money for charity.
I mean, you guys, you specifically, Tom, I've known you for years, and you are somebody that does good things and right things, but you are wrapped in this such a goonish layer, like a potato.
I like to think I'm about as chaotic good as one can get. And
you're the kind of guy who, like, if you have a friend who wants to, like, drive home and they're too drunk, you'll drive them home, and then, like, the next day you'll kick their ass or something.
Yeah, I've had that happen. I'm definitely the kind of person who will, like, I'll get you home, but I'm gonna fucking rag on you about it the next day. And I'm gonna make fun of you throwing up in my car on stream the next week. So yeah, that was the most, like, touched I had ever been, and also, like, that was probably like one of the most proud moments that I have ever, like, in my streaming career. That phone call right there. The best part though was when they went and renamed it. I went and took a look at it, and as predicted, they got rid of they just entirely got rid of the fuck Chris Pratt part.
Right, yeah.
But they also got rid of the word paisano.
Is that a bad word in Italian?
No, it means brother in Italian. It was from the Mario.
Well, I mean, I know what it's from.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it means.
Yeah, it's just brothers.
I got out artists did.
So when they removed Paisano, I'm like,
I literally got defeated by AI artists.
They can do it faster and with way more fingers on it.
They can do it faster. Did you see them? They could just draw a buzzsaw just like that. They know how to draw bombs, and they look like perfect good. I can't compete against that.
God, it is upsetting that. It's upsetting that, like, AI is getting to the point where, like, they're finally getting good at hands, and it's like, uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Well, here's the thing. The people who were like, it'll never replace artists, it can't even do hands. Eventually, it will be able to. So we need to be able to fall back on, like, other reasoning, like it's intellectual theft, or it's dishonest, or something besides it can't even draw hands.
Well, the part that, like, sucks is, like, even, like, ChatGPT. I have a friend who they used to get work doing, like, freelance copywriting.
Yeah, and now it's babysitting AI, right? Or going through the...
all J. They were like I used to they would rely on it to basically supplement their income through the week. They would, like, I would take a $30 gig just doing, like, five copyright gigs through the week, and all of them are being outsourced to ChatGPT now.
Yeah. Like, the issue with this is not people doing things for their own enjoyment and, like, that kind of stuff. It is 100% corporations that are looking to cut corners and basically cut actual artists out of the equation as much as they can because it's cheaper to do that. And if the end product is the only thing that matters, then fuck it. That's where we're at right now.
Mr. Kexican is saying, did you not try to cheese it with infinite dodge and fridge?
I don't have fridge. What? Are you talking about the fight that we just lost?
I am assuming.
I mean, if I wanted to, I could hide behind my painting and... Well, actually, no. In that mode, if you try to give yourself food, it will not give you food. So you can't cheat like that.
Okay, so you can't like just keep rolling the dice and getting the onigiri.
No, you can't. In fact, I'm gonna show you what happens when you do that.
Uh-oh.
Because it's funny. Because the first time going in here on maximum difficulty, you're like, okay, well, Adeleine, she can make food, right? So I'll choose her. Up to the maximum level. Now, she does have the chipless dodge. She does have that to her credit. But if she tries to make the food...
it just fucked right off.
Yeah, it just fucks... It doesn't do anything. So yeah, you have to do this on your own self.
They're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But I actually, the thing I heard about AI that, like, for people, like, wondering, like, how AI can be used to be, like, scummy as fuck. And like, also, like, Ramirez, I believe, was saying, like, that they were using it to generate OC ideas. That's fine. Like, for
personal use, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But there are people who will, like, ask for because, for most artists, you commission them, it's like $50 for a sketch, $125 for a fully, like, colored and background.
And a lot of artists will undersell themselves severely.
That's the part that pisses me off, is, like, people are using this to basically scam artists who are, like, already underselling the fuck out of themselves.
This is so appropriate that we end like this, talking about art and artists with Adeleine.
Yeah, it's really important. But yeah, it's like people will basically ask for a sketch and then say, okay, no, I'm good, you don't have to color it in. And then
they're going to have the AI fill it out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and admit this, because cringe is dead and everything. I enjoy role-playing. I love role-playing. Like, I love creative writing. I love writing in general, and it's something that, I've been doing for probably about 3 years now, maybe 2.
RP rules.
I mean, and I have a server dedicated to it. And it's all Danganronpa stuff, of course. But the creativity that happens there, like, we have one person there who's an artist, and they do just amazing work. And they're there with us, and like, we order things from them, like, we're their patrons or whatever. And the stuff that they create is beautiful, one of a kind, and never could be done by an AI, ever. Because
that's beautiful.
I have... I've seen some AI art. It goes back. I think this is photoshopped. I could tell by some of the pixels and having seen a few photoshops in my time. But, like, especially right now, it is all sort of homogenizing into this generic anime sludge, and you can really tell.
There are some people. I think, like, one of the funniest things I saw was, like, for the artist Sakimi-chan. Someone once described her as the only person who can do AI art hand-drawn, and that had me fucking, like, losing it, because they draw up that same level of, like, weird pinup, like, almost like gloss doll pinup.
Oh, where they're, like, lifeless and shit?
Yeah, a huge ass, but, like, looking lifeless and soulless. It's like do you know about the Pokemon the Pokemon art races?
No.
So whenever a new Pokemon game comes out,
Oh, right.
which
which of the Pokemon is the most fuckable? And
well,
we have to make...
obviously Vaporeon, but
yeah, it is scientifically proven.
what I mean specifically is whenever a new Pokemon game is announced, there are artists who are like ready to draw porn of the new characters, the new professor, the new
The professors especially.
Listen, if they're gonna draw art of any character in Pokemon, give me the professors. I'm fucking ready. The new professors in the last one are fucking. That's a buy buffet right there, and I'm fucking into it. But what they'll do is they'll pre-draw a pinup pose, but just in like they'll get the pose ready, they'll get the body ready, but nothing about the outfit, nothing about the hair.
Yeah.
And watch a Nintendo Direct, basically with
so
like
that the instant, yeah. So it's like they make a your character here thing.
Yep. And the second they see the character design,
okay.
they're immediately drawing the hair in. They're immediately drawing the rest of the outfit,
so
the body.
It really is like a race then.
Mm-hmm. Because the first person who can get loots of the new Pokemon characters out are the ones who are going to probably get commission, Patreons, etc.
those are gonna get the views. Yeah. So okay, yeah, I can respect the hustle. Yeah.
I always joke that if someone ever got like their computer hacked and got all the like templates, like that would be it. People would
everyone would have the keys to the city.
Yeah.
I think after Wispy Woods kicks my ass here, then we'll probably end it.
Good old place to call it.
Yeah, exactly, right there.
No, I'm glad to see the Danganronpa community fucking thriving. As someone who as a fucking OG
we have this
of like the first game.
We have this whole world that we've developed. Like
that's nuts.
It is awesome.
That is so cool.
It is such a cool hobby.
I still will never forget at one of the Otakons I went to, getting cosplaying as both Yamada and Tugami, and
right?
just,
Yeah.
Getting the Danganronpa fandom in 2013, felt like just opening the core and just blasting me with it. Was it 2013 or 2014? Yeah, that was after dealing with that. Every other experience with the Danganronpa fandom has been a joy to behold.
I mean, they're genuine. They're so genuine.
Mm-hmm. I'll still hold I still remember when both Danganronpa and Off, two of my favorite games from that time period, got real popular. That song still fucking slaps. God, I actually got a chance to replay that on stream, and still holds up, still good, still one of those games I could talk about forever.
Oh yeah, that is totally Danganronpa for me. Totally.
Yeah.
And we had the big translation project, right?
The Something Awful.
I'm talking about my translation project.
Oh.
Yeah, the stage play.
Oh, right, the stage play.
That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't got me in touch with Tessie.
Yeah. I'm still so happy that worked out, because
Tessie was amazing. Tessie is still amazing.
She's still amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like Tess, you were a Danganronpa fan in the day. Here's a translation project. Would you be down for this? And she's like, yes. I'm really happy to hear that all worked out. Again, I get a little tingle feeling whenever I make a connection between people and see something amazing come out of that as a result.
No, especially for me, who's had several projects that went south, which you know me, I'll pay people fairly. I'll pay them ahead of time if I need to. But I've had a couple people ghost me, I've had people back talk me. I've had people, a lot of things, they just didn't work out. We had one project which went sour over a period of years, and it put me off of doing stuff like that for a while. But Tessie has been just amazing, and she's still translating stuff for us.
Awesome. And now she is like she has again opened the TARDIS and is absorbing everything Yu-Gi-Oh related. Which
oh yeah, I love that.
It's funny because I
she's
know
so genuine about that. Yeah.
I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh, and every single thing I've learned from it, I've learned from her secondhand.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I literally had to make I had to take the Breaking Bad thing of Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? And I had to turn it to Tessie, what the fuck are you talking about? Anytime because like
Yu-Gi-Oh has changed.
I never got even back in the day. I was never really like big into it. I am not good at card games, just in general.
Right. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
It's so
complicated
now.
Me and her will be like watching like Yasura or something, and she'll make a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh like in a tweet or like a tweet or something that happened. She'll be like, oh yeah, so the Twin Saber to the Lord XX hit me, and I'm like, I love you, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, those projects were ancient, Mr. Mexican. Like, such a long time ago. We did a lot of reminiscing this stream, didn't we?
I love reminiscing. Like, honestly, it's like, those were good times. Those are the things that like set me on my path to like continue streaming, make an actual career out of this, albeit not necessarily working in YouTube. I now do video editing. And, broadcasting and live streaming for a really well-known company, which is like, it's buck wild that like, again, I spent years getting a fucking electrical engineering degree, and it's the shit posting that I did in 2016. I got to put the Gravity Rush LP on my resume.
Yeah,
and that helped me
because it's video editing. Hell, if I wanted to, I could put my old YouTube poops on a resume for video editing.
I still, by the way, getting to work on that one YouTube poop style thing you asked me to do. I'm like, I've never actually tried making a YouTube poop of my own.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I wanted Kirby music, but set to like the guy in the Hummer from Family Guy. Yeah, that was amazing. You made my dreams come true that day.
Another one of like my biggest like, streaming moments is that this one actually wasn't even streamed. This was an offline thing, but around Christmas and Easter we actually have. You remember Goob Sausage, right?
I believe so.
So he great guy. He knows people who were editors from like Silva Gunner, the
high quality rips guy.
Yeah. And basically every year we do a thing called Garfmas, which is on Christmas Eve, or maybe like a couple days after Christmas. We watch they make like a 5-hour long compilation of like Christmas episodes of shows with like lore and stuff in between it, with Garfield impressions, and I did an entire one as a Doc Boy for Easter, where I just basically ripped on alt-right people for an entire thing. But one of them, we actually got a couple of people from Silva Gunner to make us our own King of the Hill YouTube poop. That was like perfect. Like I'm like I've had people make fan art. I've had people someone baked those cookies at a con, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever been as touched in my entire life as I am right now.
That's what it's all about.
Amen.
So I think we're going to call it here. To everybody who came and watched, thank you very much. To anyone who donated, thank you very much. Tom,
Y'all are wonderful.
and Christy, thank you very much. And if I could, I'd like to ask you all to do something, a little something for me, a little self-indulgence. So, at one point, I would like to be able to do pre-stream Q&As. And in my bio, I have a link to a Google form where you can actually ask me questions. And this would be sort of me, Paula, and also sort of me, the VTuber, the plant monster you see in front of you. So I think that could be a fun thing if I got some questions from people. So if you see that and you feel like doing that, just do that.
What is actually the name of your VTuber?
My VTuber their name is Belrose. Like Melrose Place.
I like Belrose. That's cute.
So yeah, I would like for people to get to know them.
Yep.
And I think having a Q&A would be a fun way to do that.
That would be awesome. I will definitely have to think of one or two things to put in there.
Thank you.
Definitely like big shout outs to Pola for basically like volunteering to do this, volunteering to like throw something in for the marathon. You know, I've known Pola now since fucking 2014. Literally, I think around this time at PAX East 2014, 2013 was the first time I met you, and first time we collabed on something, and they have been a stand-up guy as long as I've known them, and that has not changed in the years. So when he was like, let's collab on something for this, I literally like leapt at the opportunity to do that. So
well, thank you.
But yeah, for those on the Snark side of things, we will be back tomorrow at 8
And
o'clock.
what are you doing tomorrow?
So for the rest of the week, tomorrow we're doing NJ Chef is going to be running our Elden Ring a newbie and vet edition. So I am a vet of Soulsborne games, and Chef Elden Ring is Chef's first foray into Soulsborne. So Chef has been playing a bit on his own. I know he recently conquered Godric the Golden, or Godric the Grafted, and Margot the Fell Omen. So I will be joining tomorrow to basically lead him in his journeys. And
well, I would need guidance in that because all of that flew right over my head.
Yeah, we're smoking that Kaled shit, and it's gonna it's gonna shut your pacemaker off. So yeah, basically I'll be the vet guiding Chef through probably the academy if I have an idea of where he is. So that'll be that, and then on Thursday we are doing Plate Up with myself, NJ Chef, and Christy. While we desperately tried to keep a restaurant afloat. We played it last time, a lot of fun. We're gonna keep that going.
Yummy.
So, and if you can't donate to, if you are still interested in donating, we are keeping the link alive until Friday. So yeah, if you're interested, you can find us at, let me drop a shameless plug here, Twitch.tv
right over there.
NY at twitch.tv/NY Snark Exchange. And yeah, look forward to seeing a couple of you there, because y'all have been a wonderful group of people to shoot the shit, chat with, go down memory lane, and talk about some values.
They're
Love
good
talking
eggs.
about values.
So, good night, everybody.
Have a great one.